Ark Supreme is a giant overhaul mod that has just been released on Ark Survival Ascended. This chaotic mod offers probably the craziest looking creatures that I've ever seen, along with new gameplay mechanics and a ton of other new stuff. And I have exactly 0% knowledge of how they work. As I said, this mod is basically brand new, and a progression guide hasn't been completed for it just yet at the time of this recording. So with that said, I will be spending the next 100 days playing with the Supreme mod, as well as a few other quality of life mods that will be linked down in the description, and they're on screen now. I will also be exploring the many new creatures and items and trying my best to progress as far as possible into this mod. I would really like to beat the mod by defeating the so-called Juggernaut, which could be any of these creatures that you are seeing on the screen now. I'm telling you, I have literally zero experience with this mod or know anything about what's in it. Lastly, if we can hit 25,000 likes on this video, that would make Kipper and I very, very happy. And make sure to comment down below what 100 days challenge you would like to see from me next. Anyways, please strap in with Kipper and I. This video is going to be crazy. Okay, I think it's fitting that I name myself Supreme Granty. And you know, we're on Ragnarok here. It's mandatory I spawn in Viking Bay. Okay, Supreme Ark. How supreme is this really gonna be? So far, I'm not seeing anything, but I did just spawn in.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. What is this? Is it friendly? Oh, it's whoa! Not friendly. Okay. So, there is a toxic tier of dinos in this mod. Toxic BIGDAWG. A pretty rude welcoming into the mod, but a learning experience for sure. So from now on, I knew the toxic dinos were in fact not chill at all. Toxics are not friendly. Note to self, and I guess all of you watching. Let's try this again. As I said in the intro, I'm playing with a few quality of life mods that'll make life a little bit easier, but this is still definitely gonna be a very grindy video. Anyway, let's get my first pickaxe. Is that a giant pego? That's a giant pego. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, I have my first pickaxe. Let's make a hatchet. And then I think this mod, okay, so a Supreme Spear. It also does a little bit of torpor. So this is seem to be very similar to Primal Chaos and Primal Nemesis. All three of these mods, Supreme, Chaos, and Nemesis, they're all made by the same guy, so there's bound to be some similarities, and I'm hearing explosions off in the background. Great. Anyway, not much I can do about that right now. Let's try and get some tools. I could craft an infinite torch, the hatchet, and a few smacks on the tree later. I also made the reusable spears. Once again, I have precisely zero clue to what is in this mod. In the engram page, I've got nothing crazy yet. Oh, Savage? Savage Cloth? How much armor does it have? Oh, it's really strong. Okay, here we go. Toxic, Berserk, Savage. So these are definitely tiers of dinos and hides and everything. Savage has to be the first tier since it's the first tier of, you know, armor or modded armor that I can unlock. Now, the thing is, what do Savage dinos look like exactly? Okay. So these are green dinos, these have to be toxic dinos. Anyways, creatures aside for a second, I'm playing on the Ragnarok map. So of course, the first side quest that I'm gonna go out and complete would definitely have to be obtaining metal tools from those washed up crates on the beaches. What is that like shining in the trees right there? Whatever it is, I don't wanna find out right now. T. Hello. Level 25, can I kill it with a spear? Getting some hide would be nice. What is that? Hold up, I'm going into photo mode. What is this thing? A giant dodo wearing a dodo rex or wyvern head with, is that miniguns on its arms? Dude, are we serious? I'm so cooked in this mod. All right, I'm gonna crouch. I'm just gonna try and sneak by. I'm not here, man. I'm not. There's a turkey. That turkey cannot be good. All right, I'm making a run for it. Oh, they're all coming for me. They're all coming for me. Get in the water. Get in the water, please, 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 please. What is happening? No, he's shooting rockets at me. What is this mod? Okay, let's spawn a little further up the beach here. There is 30 seconds of spawn protection when you first get in here. I'm gonna use this time to make it as far down the beach as possible. I gotta try and get to these loot crates, man. And as you've also probably noticed by now, there is a death counter in this video. And it's already up to 2. We're not even past day 1. So please, make sure to comment down below how many times you think I'm gonna die in this video. I promise it's probably going to be more than you think. I'm not even, oh wow, that's a red dodo coming for me. I fell down into the waterfall and couldn't parkour my way back up, so I was forced to turn around and face whatever this thing was. Oh, what is that? A Berserk Ravager. What? And then, okay, this is the dodo, a Berserk dodo. Okay, so the red dinos are Berserks. The green ones are toxic, and looking at the modded cloth earlier, I'm assuming the savage dinos are orange. Oh my! You know, just take me. Oh, the death count is up to 3. I've been recording for less than 9 minutes. Wow. This time around, I chose to spawn in at Jungle 1, which was considerably closer to the blue obelisk and the crates that I was trying to get to. But even here, the area did not look any more welcoming. What is that? That's like a giant pigeon? What is this? Get me away from it. Ow, what the? Okay, you just threw a giant Mayho bear at me. What is it this time?
You noticed my hut.
Mostly, I noticed the giant Mayho bear. Why did you just do that?
I summoned this forest titan because this is the closest thing I can use in Ark to represent the Grand Oak Padraig. Speaking of which, hey, stay. Look, the Grand Oak Padraig is a legendary champion in Raid Shadow Legends, and he makes your entire team stronger every single turn.
Huh, that actually seems to be pretty useful.
Not only that, the Grand Oak Padraig has powerful AoE attacks that make him a must-have on your team. He's just built different.
Dude, I just need tools. I gotta go. What is happening? What? You can just do that?
Yeah, I can. I'm pretty cool. Also, Raid is one of my favorite games because much like in Ark, in Raid, you can play across multiple platforms. Specifically with Raid, it's between mobile and PC.
That's more accessible for sure.
Raid also has endless content. You'll never get bored.
What else can you make with your weird tool summon power?
That's such a good question because I can also make this. Raid.
Okay, yeah. If you haven't played Raid Shadow Legends, what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description or scan the QR code up there in the top left to get amazing bonuses only available through my link. You can instantly unlock a huge starter pack with the legendary support champion Narma the Returned. And if you reach level 15, you'll get another amazing epic known as Drake from the Lizardman faction. Lastly, I've got a huge opportunity for you guys. Raid so kindly provided me with 5 promo codes on the screen to unlock a free legendary champion of your choice, but you can only redeem one, and I personally recommend redeeming the Grand Oak Padraig with code WRATH. This guy kind of reminds me of the Forest Titan, so why not?
The conditions have been met.
Great. Okay, well, I guess I need to find new tools. Get me under this giant rock thing here. Okay, we've got some crates back here. I need to make up some more tools again, and we can crack open these crates, hopefully get some metal tools. The move has to be to get a raft, bro. The land is gonna be too dangerous here. I quickly whacked up some flint and thatch, and then made a hatchet as well. And now I could finally open up the crates to get the metal upgrade for my cutlery. A pike? Oh, a sword. Ooh, 3 swords. Wow. Oh, dude, that loot crate was stacked. All right, hold up. Okay, I'm gonna throw away these bows. I'm pretty sure I can pull a crossbow out of these drops. Or out of these loot crates, I should say. Oh, wait, that Dilo's like yellow-orange. Surely that's a berserk one. Surely I can kill it. Give me one of these back. I wanna try killing it. Come here. Oh, it's already aggroed to me. Oh, why is it so fast? Why is it so quick? Oh, it's a savage. Why is it so fast, and why does it deal so much damage? 179. It did 179 damage on 1 bite. The 30-second spawn protection was really nice to have though. Having this meant I could just run back, grab my stuff, and smack up another box, which actually got me a crossbow that I was looking for. Okay, I got a crossbow. This will make things easier. Dude, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Savage Cloth? It's the weakest tier of dino in this mod. Where'd it go? It's over there. All right, we're gonna abuse the water this time to try and kill it. First, I'd like to kill this itchy bird. Okay, surely this thing can't have that much health. Yes! The last arrow. Last arrow killed it. Please. All that for 20 savage hide and 25 savage blood. Okay, well, what did that get me? So I can make savage cloth, which is pretty good. Oh, holy narcotics here. Supreme grappling bow. Oh, okay, if I can get to level 15, I can probably make some savage hide, I'm assuming. Let's make a cooking pot or 2. That'll give me some decent experience. Also, why is everything so red right now? Anyway, lock in. Cooking pot, and I should probably also make a campfire to keep myself fed. Once the campfire was made, I got up to level 15, so I headed right back into the Ingram page to look at all the new armor that I unlocked. Toxic hide. What? So it looks like I'm forced to make savage cloth. It was pretty cheap in terms of savage hide, so I grabbed some fiber from the local bushes and I made a chest piece, leggings, and a hat. Okay, So we've got some armor. Oh, it doesn't have durability. I don't think it'll ever break then. I don't know if that's intended. This mod is pretty new, but I'm gonna take it, man. I don't care. This helps me. Anywho, I set up my campfire and I started cooking a little bit of the raw meat I had before stocking back up on arrows, since that one savage Dilo took literally all of mine. That one Dilo probably had at least 2,000 health. That's the weakest. Come here, Ma! Come on, get to the water, please. What? It's swimming after me. To my heart. Where did that thing come from? What even is that? I have to make a raft. That has to be priority number 1. I need to get some more hide. I swam around to the other side of this giant rock formation, basically as far from that dodo as possible. And I then looked into the photo mode to see if I could spot any vanilla creatures that I can actually kill for hide. What do I have over here? Turtle, turkey. Chat, we might be cooked. Well, worst comes to worst, I'm somewhere that's pretty easy to get back to. I just need a little bit more hide. Oh, what? There's different rafts? Behemoth sized, normal sized, XL size. Okay, so these are... Oh, so I need to make this raft. Has extra speed and a better turning radius. Forward. It sounds like there's a lystro here, dude. I hear something eating. Oh, it's a toxic lystro. Is it in the mesh? It was fully inside this rock here in front of me, so I wanted to try and hit it to see if I could get a free kill, but that turned out to be a mistake. Are we serious? Toxic dinos do torpor, apparently. Good to know. And it can hit me, and I can't hit it. Even better. After my little power nap, I was basically on life support, and I still couldn't get down to my campfire as the big blue dodo was sitting right on top of it. There's a turkey there. That parasaur is spitting on something. That's phenomenal. Chat, we might be cooked. Alright, I'm just gonna swim towards the blue obelisk because there's really nothing for me here. Nothing I can do, at least. Doesn't seem to be anything in the water, which is good. Very thankful I made this armor, or else that lystro would have killed me, for sure. I swam all the way over to the beach that leads to the blue obelisk, and I spotted a normal pteranodon, also known as a source of hide. I'm gonna sacrifice some hide. I can make a reusable bola. If I can kill that, that would definitely give me some good stuff. Okay, gotta get up to this thing. Please tell me nothing bad's up here gonna kill me immediately. Yes, I have 81. I needed 75 for a raft. Yes. Yes, okay, I just need fiber and wood. Yes, dude, this is what I needed. This is what I needed, chat. I don't know why I said chat, I'm not even streaming. Before I could get the farm and said wood and fiber, another vanilla pteranodon entered my field of view. So of course, I'm gonna have to try and take that down as well. Sorry, dude, I need the hide. And I have infinite bolas, you have to die. Maybe not. Alright, I guess that thing gets to live. See, like, what are those? What are the... Alright, I'm making the raft. I'm making the raft and getting off this cursed land, bro. Wait, hold up. Rookie mistake. No! I carefully slid down the side of this hill, but for some reason, this small drop absolutely obliterated my kneecaps. And I was once again fighting for my life with just a fraction of my health left. At the very least, the pteranodon ended up coming down and landing right in front of me. So I bolted it and killed it for the extra hide. I then farmed up another campfire to cook some of the meat so I could heal up a little bit. Then in the meantime, I picked the fiber from the bushes so I could make the raft and set out to sea. I hope this gives me a bunch of experience like crafting a normal raft does. Yes, 5 levels. They're just all going in the weight. Supreme raft. Alright, I'm definitely hiding the sail. Sorry, looks sick, but not that cool. And it looks a little darker than a normal raft, maybe? I'm not totally sure. Let's get off land. I set my campfire down on the raft to keep the meat cooking, and I could actually try the new raft out as it did say it was quicker than the vanilla one. Alright, how quick is this thing? Oh, wow. It's so quick. I don't know what they're talking about better turning radius. Maybe it is better. But wow, this thing is so quick. If not a little glitchy though, you kind of stand inside the raft. But dude, who cares? This thing is awesome. Not gonna lie, I really want to craft the behemoth raft. Dude, living off of a raft could be pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. We'd have a mobile base. It was really just the hide that was an issue, as I could get loads of fiber and wood farmed relatively easily. Alright, now what we need to do is sail around the shore and look for easy pickings. I need to kill normal dinos for hide here. See, this is looking like a savage dodo. It started running towards me before I could even send an arrow at its dome, so I had to hop on the raft and move out before it got too close. Dead. Level 95, bro. Okay, hear me out. I think sailing into the Viking Bay cave could be a move. I don't think anything spawns in there. Is this a normal parasaur? This could be good. Nah, that thing is not normal. What is that? What is that thing, man? I'm not even gonna look at it. If I can't see it, doesn't exist. Anyways, I wanted to try to get into the Viking Bay cave, but the water was way too shallow for me to pass through, so that's not gonna work. This looks like I am living on this raft. That's a terrifying looking. Anki, does that have a rider? Oh, it does. What? What? There's NPCs. There's NPCs in this mod. Okay. Whoa, dude. I just want enough hide for a forge. There's an NPC right there. All right, I'm leaving this part of the beach. I'm not messing with them, bro. Shortly after taking off, I found a vanilla carbo level 55. It's not the best creature to kill as they have a lot of health and don't drop the most hide, but I can't really be picky right now, so I just gotta go for it. Please just die. I've got bigger fish to fry, man. You're pure red. How are you not dead? So I hate killing carbos, bro. They don't ever die. Yes, finally. Just give me my hide. Let me go. Looking into the engram page, I had enough hide to make the Supreme Forge, which is basically just a better forge. It cooks 5 times faster and can cook modded items as well. I just need to get a little bit of stone and wood to actually craft it, so I got to work on that. The forge. What about a bed? Oh, a Supreme bed would be nice. I'm gonna have to get more savage hide though. Oh, what? It's got some... Whoa, this thing looks sick. This is so cool looking. With that made, I threw whatever wood and metal that I had inside, and I gathered up a bunch more to craft a couple of large storage boxes as well. Okay, let's go find some metal that I can harvest up and get smelting in this forge. Oh, Kitty, hold up. I need to get any hide I can get my hands on. Sorry, dude. Not really sorry. Oh, 145. Probably should have checked the level. That would have been a solid tame. So we've got a wyvern flying back over where I wanted to go to get metal. That's not good. That's not good one bit. Surely it won't aggro to my raft, right? If it does, I'm cooked. That thing is so fast. I mean, my raft's quick, but not that quick. So for now, I sailed back over to that big rock formation where I saw a metal node, and I got attacked by the big blue dodo. Anyways, here we are. This is the metal node I spotted earlier. I think this will be enough for a smithy and a pickaxe. Make a metal pickaxe and then harvest the rest. All right, is there any type of special smithy? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that's interesting. Primal Chaos and Primal Nemesis both have a special smithy, I believe. Anywho, my campfire was actually still here and burning, so I grabbed all the cooked meat from it and crafted the smithy to make the metal pickaxe. Things are coming together here. I whacked up the rest of the node for a measly 19 metal and threw it into the forge. Then I finally set sail again, but I did remember there was another cave that I could potentially get into from the water. If I go through this little channel, and then, let's go right. Wow, okay, this is super tight actually. This raft is too quick for its own good. Oh, it can go backwards. Oh, that's nice. Okay, making progress. Oh yeah, I think that's the entrance. Yes! Don't know what that thing was, but we're in here. This is great. Okay, yeah, I don't think anything sponsored here. And there's metal. I did not even know that. It's awfully foggy, but it's safe. This might be a solid spot for a base. All right, how do I get up here? Let's harvest all of this metal. Insert epic quick cut montage. Okay, that is all the metal farmed up on this little platform. Pretty solid amount, if I do say so myself. So I could make flak, but I swear there's no point, bro. Armor's kind of pointless in this mod because pretty much everything one-taps you. I should make a bed on this raft before anything. Now, this cave is a pretty giant entrance. I really want to make the what is it? Behemoth? The Behemoth raft. I really want to make it. 450 hide was not that crazy of a requirement either, so I could definitely see myself crafting that in the near future. Having a bunch of metal smelting really does feel nice. My addiction has been somewhat quenched, I guess. Get some more wood to fuel the forge. Anywho, the next objective would of course be to acquire some sort of flyer, most likely a pteranodon. But for that, I will need to start farming up some narcotics, meaning I'm gonna have to craft a mortar and pestle. Those are easy to craft though, so after placing that down, I looked into the engram page as there was actually a bunch of modded narcotics as well. Oh wait, where do you make these narcotics? Supreme bench. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Yeah, okay, no, that's the custom smithy. Because I do have some savage blood. I can probably make pretty strong narcotics for this stage at least. Oh, what? This thing looks sick. Wow. Okay, so this guy surely has to be the so-called Juggernaut. I think the final boss of the mod. So here is where I'm making stronger narcotics. Toxic. Is Savage above Toxic? I'm not sure. I just needed to combine regular narcotics with a bit of Savage blood to make it. So I got to cooking on that and I split a bunch of raw meat in my inventory to spoil in the meantime. So we'll turn these into Savage narcotics. And then I'd like to turn them into Savage Trank arrows as well. Oh, I'm only gonna have 2. That's not good. Anyway, I think it's time we leave this cave of safetyness. I'll definitely be back. Let's go out, see what I can't find to tame. It'd be nice to get Crystal at some point here soon. If I can get Crystal, I can get an awesome Spyglass, and then I can really check things out for what they are. You know what? I might be able to make a reusable grappling hook. I need 1 cementing paste. Oh, wait, hold up. I have a little bit of keratin. Yes! I have just enough for 1. I just had to gather some fiber from the bushes, but I quickly made the grappling hook, which would come in super handy this early on. Wonder if we'll be able to swoop up this green drop. Who knows, could have something good inside. Oh, no, I don't know what that is on the green drop or next to it, but I don't want to find out. That looks terrifying. It's a green drop with a ring though. I really could have something good. Hold up, let me circle around the blue obelisk here. Maybe we can get it. All right, we might be able to swoop this up. I parked the raft backwards, ready for the grand escape. And I then ran up and grabbed everything from the drop. That's pretty awful. I don't know that was worth risking my life for. Yeah, especially with whatever that thing is right there. A magnifying glass? Nah, I'm not gonna need that. I mean, a chair and a bench, and then some. Oh, I dropped the arrows. Where did they go? Okay, they're right here. I continued my sightseeing journey towards the swamp, and let's just say I found some interesting looking creatures that did not look any friendlier than the rest. What is that, man? Is that some type of Sarco? What is that? Why are these things red, glowing, and terrifying? Those are like mini brood mothers. What is going on in this mod? Yep, not going that way. I don't know what that purple thing is. I've got to go all the way around this giant island. What is it? I'm just trying to figure out what this is. It's just a ball of spikes. That Sarco is concerningly green. Anyways, I'm going to continue about my day. Is that a normal Dilo? Ah, that thing's like blue and white. I've seen other creatures with that coloration. They are not normal. There's this island with a cave under this lighthouse over here. I think it has metal in it. I'm not sure if it has crystal in it. We're about to find out though. The entrance was a tight fit, but I managed to squeeze in. Unfortunately though, it did not look like I was gonna find any crystal here. Whole lot of nothing. Unfortunate. Anyhow, I pretty much just continued sailing past all these islands and weird creatures until I made it to the south side of the map where I knew I could find some crystal. Okay, I've effectively made my way to the bottom of the map. For some reason, I feel like these little islands down here south of the desert. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, I was right. I literally see crystal right there. Now, I think Carcinos do spawn in this cave, which could be an issue. Yeah, it's right there. That's not good. But there's crystal here. I need the crystal. All right, surely I can go snag it real quick back here, right? We've got pearls right here too. Let's get the grapples out. Get me to the crystal, man. This is what I'm here for.
Money!
Oh no. I grappled up to the ceiling just in time to get away from the big yellow crab. But I was still not done with farming since I spotted a bunch of metal in the back of the cave as well. So after making it back on my raft and crafting up the awesome Spyglass, I checked the level of the crab to see if I could kill it. 25, that's really not that much health. There's so much crystal and metal in there that I should get. I think arrows are effective against them, right? Maybe I can just hover from the ceiling and shoot down on it. Finally, you're dead. Killing this was also worthwhile as I got a ton of chitin and polymer from it, and I can now farm up all the resources in this cave to my heart's content. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I've harvested all the metal there is to be had in this cave. There's some pearls in here that I'm gonna, oh, I say some, there's a lot. Man, dude, this cave is so full of resources. Anyways, I'm gonna gather up these pearls and we'll head out and then probably start looking for a pteranodon straight away, just a normal one. But I have more than enough chitin to make a saddle for it from killing that Carcinos. This cave was definitely what I needed. Oh, what? Is it a baby? I'm not seeing it. It's gotta be a baby. I'll take that as my cue to leave. Here we go. Back out into the open ocean. Let's head back towards, I I don't know, the green part of the map. Try and find a Pteranodon. A good Pteranodon, that is. Oh, what is that, man? Red fiery wyvern of doom. You know, I wouldn't be too mad with getting an RG either. Hellfire RG. Hellfire Argentavis, level 145. 200 million health. Over 400 million torpor. And it said it's knocked out by KO. And you just feed it kibble. How are you supposed to knock out something with 400 million torpor? Riddle me that. Dude, I've got no clue. Future problem for very distant future me. I just want a half decent normal Pteranodon right now. That's all I want. There are griffins on this map too. This could be solid. I wonder if they're modded. There are modded griffins. That'd be nice. On level 100. Can't go on that beach. I did see a 140 male Pteranodon above me just off to the side of all those explosions, so I had to try and bola it out of the sky. Alright, I've got an idea. If I can hit a bola out of the air, get under it, put my raft under it, and then knock it out. I gotta do that within 30 seconds. Oh wow. It's gonna come land on my raft. No way. No way. Yes! Oh, what are the odds of that? It's got some sick colors too. Anyway, I had exactly zero clue on how I would actually get prime meat for this thing though. The only option seemed to be baby dinos, but actually finding those could be a challenge of its own. Thankfully, the knocked out Pteranodon actually stayed on my raft as I sailed around, so I could go around and look for said babies. I did find a regular Gallimimus on the beach, but you can't really bola those, so after shooting it once, it just ran off at the speed of light, never to be seen again. Got a white drop coming down over here. Maybe this will hook me up with some hide. I mean, at this point, I'm ready to tame the PT on raw meat. It's just actually, finding hide to saddle it. I mean, we got some PTs here. Those could probably work. They give decent hide. And there doesn't seem to be any, I don't know, from what I've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any modded variants of Pteranodons. I've only seen vanilla ones, which is definitely interesting. The white drop that I wanted to grab has unfortunately dug itself into a rock, so I couldn't even open it. At the very least, I found a normal Pelagornis, so I bullet it and shot an arrow up its nostril for a tiny bit of hide. That's some hide. Need a lot more. Just start taming this thing. It's just snoring in my ear, man. It is so unbelievably loud. I basically just continued sailing around looking for things to kill while the PT munched on raw meat. Looks like I might just be picking off Pelagornis one by one. A little bit more hide added to the count. How much do I need? A lot more. I did spot a couple of Pteranodons on the beach here too, so I ran up to them straight away as those give a decent amount of hide compared to Pelagornis. I bowled the first one, which for some reason aggroed the other one, making it attack me. What? I heard a baby PT too. Okay, that did good for my hide stocks. Where's this baby PT at? I see it. It's level 140. With prime meat acquired, I fed it to the sleeping Pteranodon and set sail once again. Oh, it tamed. Yes. Finally, dude, you're not snoring in my ear. Alright, I mean, it's very average Pteranodon. We just gotta focus on getting a saddle. Really don't need that much hide. Hold up. We got some trikes here. Hear me out. Oh, these are packies. Even just one of these would be so good for hide. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Yes. That's all the hide I need. Alright, now I just need fiber. And then we have flight. Holy Pelagornis. What are those? Just itchies? Anyway, I need the fiber from this island. To make my life easier, I ran back to the raft and crafted up a sickle just so I wouldn't spend half a day mashing E on my keyboard. And it would also come in handy when farming up the 1,000 fiber I would need for the behemoth raft. What? That is a manticore. World boss is just chilling out in the open aside. I finally crafted the Pteranodon saddle. This officially unlocks flight and sets me up for the big leagues. There we go. That feels good. Now this is just one bird though, so it doesn't, it's not a ton. It's not great. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sail back over to that safe cave. We'll sail in there, and then we'll go out with the Pteranodon and try and tame more Pteranodons just because I'm gonna need backups. I know I'm going to die on them. So let's head back over there. It was quite the journey throughout the morning of day 7, but I eventually made it back to the rivers that lead into the cave. So I gotta be careful not to knock this thing off a wall. And also I'd like to be kind of quick through here so I don't draw anything bad's attention. Alright, hold up. Surely going under this log will be fine. What about this one? Oh no. Just follow me, dude. Alright, that works. Bang. Okay, back here in the safe cave. My forge was also just about done smelting the metal that I had, so I extinguished it for now and looked into the Supreme bench to see what type of armors I could actually craft. Is this all the armor I have unlocked? Really? Toxic hide and... Really? That's all the armor I have unlocked? Oh, I guess a lot more just opens up after some more levels. Anyway, let's... Need to make up some more narcotics. We got some Pteranodon taming to do. Unfortunately, that meant I had to handpick bushes once again and abuse the E key on my keyboard since I did not have a parry or any other berry harvesting dino for that matter. We don't need a ton of narcotics just because PTs knock out with 2 or 3 at most. Use some more arrows. Okay, I just installed the... Oh, who's this? Is it friendly? Bro. Anyway, as I was saying, I just installed the Dino Ball mod because I meant to install that from the start. But who is this bee? Okay, just keep flying that way. We'll have no issues. Anyways, with a little bit of narcotics cooked up, I turned them into trank arrows. And I hopped on the PT to head out and actually start looking for things to tame. As I've stated before, I'm primarily on the lookout for more Pteranodons as backups, but a Parasaur would also be a tame worth getting. And I also would like to collect some hide if I can. I really do want to build the Behemoth Raft. So like, what is this stuff? At least now I have a Berserk Parrot, Savage Carbonimus. Like, that's the first tier of Dino and it has 26,000 health. That's insane. How do you even make the kibbles? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to like end up taming dodos because they require just normal dinosaur eggs to make. See, what's this? A Grenadier Dodo, level 150, 145 million health. Wow. Okay, that's great. That's just absolutely perfect. Anyways, there was a white drop with a ring coming down, so I waited around until it landed, and it actually had a decent Ascended club inside. The club could be used to knock out a PT or Parasaur pretty efficiently. Oh, 150 female? I need to tame this. Alright, I need you to land. This isn't the friendliest of areas, so land, please. Oh, this club's great. This will save me tranks. Bang. Perfect. Looks pretty mid stat-wise, but that's alright. I didn't bring any crystal with me for dino balls, but I could worry about those once I actually got the PT tamed. And for that, I wanted to get prime meat, of course. Oh, 145 male PT? I wouldn't mind to knock this out either. Yeah, come up here, land on this ledge. The club was definitely a really nice find, as I didn't have to use any of my trank arrows quite yet. Bro, so that doesn't have that much health. I mean, 80,000, that's a lot, but not 145 million. Oh, this PT has a baby. That being said, I unfortunately had to deprive said Pteranodon of its child in the name of progress, of course. Oh, yes, that's a good amount of prime. With that, I flew over to feed the male PT first, and then made my way back to the 150 as well. That should tame with no issues. And let's go back to base and get these dino balls crafted up. Got a bunch crafted up here. I'm gonna put this guy in a dino ball for now, and then I'm actually gonna sail out of the cave. It's super foggy in here, and I kind of want to sail over towards Viking Bay where these other PTs are gonna tame up. And then I think I'm gonna go around trying to collect hide. I really want to make the Behemoth Raft. I really dude, I almost want to have my permanent base on the raft. I think that would just be super cool. I've never had a huge mobile base, and I don't think any of my videos. So that's definitely something I want to do in this video. So let's sail over towards the Viking Bay. On day 8, I stopped by a Pelagornis to pack it up for some quick hide before we're seeing that the female Pteranodon had tamed. So I hopped on my bird and flew over to pick it up. My other PT just tamed as well, which is good. I stuffed that one into my pocket too, and I actually crafted a Dino Depot to store them in. I did this in the hopes that the PTs could actually start producing some unfertilized eggs for me. I've used this before, but it's not exactly easy to use. So, egg incubation, unfertilized egg production. Yes, that's turned on. Oh, but I think it needs power, doesn't it? Yeah, it needs power. Ah, unfortunate. Okay, so that's not even gonna work right now. Let's focus on getting the bigger raft, and then we'll have plenty of space for everything. So I just need to start killing things for normal hide. So I have 82 right now. Elite Parasaur. See, that's modded hide, but it doesn't have that much health. Surely I can kill it. It gave me Savage hide? What? Is Elite not its own tier? So is Elite combinable with Savage? Because I'm not seeing it as its own thing. Interesting. Well, anyway, we've got some hide added. Oh wait, the modded hide didn't even count. Okay, well, that was pointless. So we've got to kill base vanilla creatures. What? I just heard a gun shoot. I hear it. Where is that? Is it one of those NPCs I saw earlier? I have no clue. Whoa! Alright, get away from that area. Looks like I'm just mowing down pteranodons this whole time. They're like the only dino that I consistently find that's vanilla. Oh, Savage PT. Okay, that's the first one I've seen. These birds weren't the best source of hide either, but they were pretty common to spawn as vanilla creatures. Since up until this point, I really didn't see any other pteranodons other than the vanilla ones. Berserk PT. Okay, I'm finding modded PTs now. Anywho, I killed another PT and a turtle before flying over to this blue drop that actually had some cementing paste inside, and that's sure to come in handy eventually. I was also getting really close to hitting that 450 hide that I needed. So after storing some of the stuff away at the raft, I headed back out to finish off a few more birds. Like one more PT should do it. Target acquired. Got it. Okay, so that's all the hide I need for the behemoth raft. Now I just need 500 more fiber and then 2,000 wood. Wow. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of wood to farm, but it's very doable. Okay, let's go try and find a spot that's somewhere safe that I can farm resources. Beaches are all looking pretty violent. What about this area? Let's give it a quick overhead scout. Oh, only savage murder turkey, only 320 health. I can kill this. Yeah, it's not strong. Usually turkeys are super strong whenever you see them in mods. Other than that, the beach looked to be pretty safe now, so I pulled the raft closer and got to work. While farming on day 9, I came across these modded moss chops, and I wasn't totally sure whether they were hostile or not, so I got up real close and personal to find out. You gonna attack me? Yeah. Oh, I need to lead these two away. Ow, 215 damage, are we serious? While kiting the two chunky boys away, I spotted a yellow drop with a ring coming down not too far from here, so of course I headed over to try and grab it. Oh, okay, is this wyvern really guarding it? Yeah. Well, maybe I won't be getting this yellow drop. Yeah, like, what is that? Bro, it's like lighting up half the map. Bro. Once the drop landed, I could see a bunch of metal structures inside, some bullets, silica pearls, and a flak helmet. Really not much for me in there anyway. Just get back to farming the wood. Okay, I think that's enough. Behemoth raft. This thing better be giant. Like, this thing better be massive. I wonder how much it's gonna weigh. Okay, only 85 pounds. Nothing crazy. Let's see how big it is, though. Please be massive. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Hold up, let me... Okay. And wait, how quick is it? Oh, wait, dude. When I use it, my character gets bigger. This thing's pretty sick, though. Let's bring my other little raft out here and compare sizes. All right, this may have been a bad idea to jump in the water like this. I think I'll be fine. Dude, this thing is tiny compared to it. Look at this. Anyways, it was time to actually move stuff over to my new big raft. I first crafted a couple of thatch foundations and placed those down since walking on the raft itself felt a bit glitchy. Yeah, it just feels a lot smoother when I'm standing on foundations. So let's go make a bunch of thatch foundations. We'll just get an area on this, and then we'll start transferring everything over to the bigger raft. I quickly gathered up a bunch of fiber with the sickle and dropped a few more trees for more wood, and then crafted 20 more foundations. And I placed most of them down before running into a slight issue. Too far away from platform. Oh, what? Okay. So you can't actually build on this. This is probably just a design flaw. That's fine. I can just use this as dino storage. So I'll use this little thing as my house on the raft, and then all the rest of this can be dino storage. One more thing I wanted to add to it, though, was a ramp. It's just gonna make getting up and down from the giant raft easier. It's a little glitchy, but it works. I can run up it. All right, let's pull the small raft around the side here. Dude, this thing's too quick for its own good, bro. After successfully parking the speedboat, I made a few thatch walls and picked up the smithy, and then started constructing the mobile crib, so I could finally move on to the new and giant raft. Normal Pelagornis? I'll kill this for hide. Anyways, I picked up the rest of the structures from the small raft and placed the rest of my walls down. I did actually have a decent amount of space in here, so I made a couple more to place in the middle, that way I could actually line up some of my structures against them. Yeah, okay, this will be a good divider. Okay, it's kind of coming together here. This definitely needs a lot of work, but hopefully you guys can start to see the vision I'm going for. So this is just like, I don't know, like my captain's quarters, and then out here will be like dino storage and everything. And we can just sail around the ocean, go into whatever spot I need to. Having a mobile base should be pretty cool. Okay, so we've got the crib kind of setup. It definitely needs work. So I want to get to taming some dinosaurs. I'm gonna need like, I don't know, dodos. I need them to produce eggs over time here. But since the dino terminal needed power to function properly, I needed to get a fabricator going as well so I can make a generator. To make said fabricator, I just needed a little bit of oil and spark powder. So I hopped on my PT and headed out to get that before realizing I have a mobile base and I can just move it. Let me drive. Why does it make my character so big? I'm bigger than my Pteranodon. That's so funny looking. Anyway, I'm gonna drive my base into the Viking Bay. Just get it closer to the resources that I need to farm, making my life easier. But hold up, what? Metal sickle, look at that. This raft does feel pretty fast. I'm wondering if it's as fast as the little one, it's just bigger, so it doesn't look like it's moving as quick. The better question was if I could even fit this whole thing into the Viking Bay. What's my best bet? Surely this. Yeah. Okay, I made it through, but my dino got pushed off. Oh, but it comes right back here and lands, right? Nice. Okay. Am I destroying rocks? What? I'm destroying rocks as I go. This is crazy. Anyways, I made it to the middle of the Viking Bay as planned and hopped on my bird to go up and into that little snow cave so I can mine up the freedom liquid necessary for a fabricator. Why are there so many wyverns? Alright, they're actually like blocking my way into the snow where I need to go. Come on, I just need to get into this cave literally right here. Please be nothing bad in here. The oil heist mission was a success, so I could fly back down to the beach and smack up a few rocks for flint as well. There's that Anki with the rider, dude. What? It's so weird to look at. I don't know why. It probably shouldn't be. I've already played through Lost Colony. Okay, that's enough flint. Oil's in there. Got this, so let's make fabricator. Okay, now, yeah, let's place it. Place it right there. I might fit a few more smithies in here. Bet. And then I'm also gonna have to make some gas. And fortunately for me, I had a decent stockpile of electronics from my visit at the crab cave. So I queued up all the electronics I would need to craft a generator. And we'll make the generator. Bet. Turn that off. Alright, now place the generator. It's gonna be kind of annoying. Fire that up. It's pretty quiet. Bet. Okay, now, yeah, this is on. So let's turn it on. And then let's put the two PTs that I'm not using. Might as well have them in here making eggs. Yeah, okay, so they're producing eggs, but we're gonna need more stuff. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot, requires Oviraptor for egg pickup. No. Yeah, so I needed an Oviraptor for the terminal for it to actually pick up eggs. So I threw my two PTs out to breed while I consulted the good old Dino Finder mod for dodos, as I wanted to tame those as well. See, like, there's really not that many normal creatures. There's just such an even distribution of like every tier. So that's why I think the Dino Finder is so important. Anywho, I waited for the fertilized Pteranodon egg to drop and threw it inside the terminal before heading back out to tame the few dodos that I marked. Okay, let's go tame dodos. This club that I have also will make taming dodos easier, which is nice. Oh, wow. Green explosions. What is that? Alright, do not fly over this part of the map. Note to self. I had to be very picky about the airspaces that I entered due to the overwhelming amount of bogeys and wyverns flying around. But I eventually made it over to the first dodo, so I picked it up and carried it over to a safe ledge to tame it on. Oh my. Please tame. Okay, get me out of here. Dude, there's a bunch of NPCs down here. Toxic tribesmen. Just give me the dodo, bro. Let's go get this other one. I'm really wondering how these NPCs work and why are a lot of them floating. I decided to mark one final female dodo on the tracker. It can never hurt to just have more eggs coming in that are gonna fuel my future plans on taming the horrors that this mod has to offer. What is that? Vampiric rock drake. Whoa. Nuclear rock drake. That's nice. Just want this female dodo over here. I don't want to cause anyone harm. I swooped in for the pick as one does, and I dropped the dodo off at a random rock in the middle of the ocean to smack its forehead and tame it up. You tame off 4 Magian berries? That's all I got. Oh yeah. Bang. Okay, that's 3 female dodos and 1 male dodo tamed. Let's head back to base. We'll try and get some fertilized at 818 million health. Okay, as I was saying, we're gonna head back to base, try and get some fertilized eggs. I'm not even gonna concern myself with whatever that is. We'll get some fertilized eggs, and then we'll go out and tame an Oviraptor, and then we should start to have passive egg production. Dude, what is that thing? That's just insane. The creature designs in this mod are really cool. I did check the Dino Finder again, but this time I searched for griffins, but there were actually only vanilla ones available. These are like, I don't know, I could probably tame one. That would be a lot better than these PTs. Here we go. Look how big my raft is. This thing's so cool. Back at the crib, I tossed the freshly tamed dodos out so they could start breeding, and I marked a low-level Oviraptor on the Dino Finder. And then I took a look through the modded bosses and the Supreme bench. Anywho, once the dodos and the PTs laid their eggs, I threw them all back into hibernation and headed out to cop that Oviraptor. I slowly flew past the oversized wyverns of doom and destruction, and I landed just above the Oviraptor. I regained my stamina and then swooped down and picked the Oviraptor right up. Now since I was right by the safe cave, I decided just to carry the little guy in and tame him there. Got it. You're coming with me. A couple of smacks on the dome later, it was asleep, so I fed it the fertilized eggs and waited around for it to tame. And this is when I decided to go and brush my teeth after I had been eating some candy, and that's when everything had went south. No! I'm brushing my teeth! What? Where did that guy come from? I was literally brushing my teeth because I was just eating some candy while waiting for this guy to tame. Oh, happy I've got a bed. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I could just use... Is my PT dead? Get the Oviraptor tame and then it died. Oh, there were 2 Dilos. Huh, okay. So my PT's not even alive in there anymore. That's great. I guess I can just... I mean, I've got a mobile base. I'll just sail back and then I'll just try and get my loot. And then good thing I have other Pteranodons. That's why I wanted to tame multiple. Really not the way I thought I would go though. I thought I would definitely just die flying into some random modded creature's explosion. But I mean, I guess that's what I get for going AFK. All right, what are the odds that my big old raft fits down this? Surely I can make it work. This is work. Dude, I'm taking down trees. No way. And right into this tiny cave I go. Can't see anything. After making it back to my corpse, I grabbed all my stuff and I soon spotted the culprit. Yeah, like 7k health. My bird died before me. It's just, where's the bag? I really need the saddle. I cannot afford to make another one. The Dilo ended up aggroing to me, so I grappled above the water to get it to follow me. Alright, thank you for being stupid. I looked basically everywhere, but I couldn't find a bag, so I decided just to look back on my recording and find it that way. Okay, I took a glance back at the recording, and I think the PT landed over here. Oh, yep, I knew it. Well, that is unfortunate. We're gonna have to find another Oviraptor. It's whatever though, could have been a lot worse. This is why I like having a mobile base. Alright, why are we producing poop? Yeah, actually, I'll leave that on for a little bit because I need to grow crops soon. But anyways, with the new Oviraptor marked on the radar, I grabbed my other male Pteranodon, threw it out, and gave it the few levels that it had. And I flew straight out of the cave to grab the Oviraptor since it was literally just right above me. Yoink. This time around, I decided to drop the Oviraptor onto my raft so I could tame it in peace. Oh, they produced an egg. Let's breed these PTs one more time and then we should have enough to tame it. Wait, how did this produce an egg if there isn't an Oviraptor in here? What? Egg pickup. Oh, it's probably just... Oh, it's egg pickup means it'll probably pick up the eggs at dinos that are thrown out of the dino balls, like surrounding it. Well, I've still got the Oviraptor knocked out, so I might as well tame it. Throw it in there. Who knows, maybe it'll help egg production. When it tamed up, I threw it into the terminal and waited for my PTs to finish breeding so I could test out my hypothesis. Oh, okay, yeah, see, it did exactly that. It picked up the fertilized egg. Alright, before we do anything else, I think I want to build onto this more. Like, actually complete the little shack I have on the raft. So let's go back out. There's not many resources in here. We'll go back out into the open world. It'll still be made out of thatch for now, but at least it'll look better. Like, if the base gets hit, it's done for by anything. But at least it'll look alright. I'll probably upgrade it to stone and metal later, but still, I really don't feel like that would make much of a difference. This beach just off to the side looked to be decently safe, so I threw out my PT, flew over, and quickly farmed up the resources that I needed to make the remaining thatch structures for the base. I also spotted a low-level savage Dilo with only 1.3k health, so I bulleted and shot a bunch of arrows up its cranium. Okay, let's work on upgrading this a little bit here. The construction of my mobile grand estate continued into day 13. I started building up the roof, but even that was too much to ask for as one of the edges of the roof just refused to cooperate. Why? This is so annoying. This is annoying. I just can't place stuff right there. Okay, well, this did not come out nearly as good as I had hoped. I ran into a few errors, like you can't build over here for some reason. It's too far from the platform, which is annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do some redesigning in the future, but this is what we've got to work with for now. But at least it's like enclosed in here, and I don't know. It looks alright in here, but outside, not so much. It was a little bit dark with all the windows closed though, so I crafted up a couple of wall torches and I placed those between the sets of double doors that I had. Well, I feel like that did nothing. Alright. Whatever, man. Looking into the terminal was also a bit disappointing since during this whole time I only got one Pteranodon egg. These have got to hurry up and make more eggs, man, because I want to start making savage kibble. Raw fish meat? And hold up, I think I'm also gonna need crops, aren't I? For now, let's go out and tame a parasaur. That'll be good at berry farming. Maybe make things a little easier for me. And then honestly, I kind of want to tame some normal griffins because it looks like I'm not getting any modded stuff for a little bit, unfortunately. Anywho, I marked a parasaur on the Dino Finder and set sail towards it before hopping on the PT again to go and actually knock it out. Surprisingly, it wasn't losing any oxygen even though it fell asleep in the water. So anyways, I grabbed some berries from the local shrubbery before a hostile aircraft appeared next to the sleeping Perry. No, leave my parasaur alone, man. I mean, it's not going for it right now, but it definitely is after it kills that stego. I don't know, it's kind of having trouble killing it. Maybe I can tame it real quick, like right out from under it. Hold up, this is sketchy. Bro, you have to tame quick if either of us want to live. Please. Oh! Dude, come on, they're like right over us. Come on, Perry. Come, yes. Let's get out of here, dude. I needed a bit of hide to actually make a saddle for Perry too. So I munched up on a nearby Pteranodon and also found an unsuspecting Phiomia, which is a much richer source of hide. I gotta get out of this area, bro. This wyvern's just committing carnage on everyone. Think I can pull for a parasaur saddle now? Yes. Yeah, dude, I think I should just go ahead and tame griffins. Like, it's gonna take me a while to get any modded creatures. Egg production's just so slow. So we'll tame griffins, they'll be good and fast. I can shoot tranks off the back of them and they'll do more damage than my Pteranodons. With that being said, I started spoiling a bunch of meat as griffins do have a decent torpor pool and it drains really quickly as well. Of course, let's name this guy Perry. You know what, to fit with the video, we'll name him Supreme Perry. So we've got a male 145 and a female 140 griffin marked on the map. If we could tame both of those, that would be great. I found a somewhat safe looking beach where I could park my giant raft. I then hopped on Supreme Perry to start gathering all the narco berries that I would need. Alright, Perry, it's time to start lawn mowing. Should probably keep these seeds, I'm gonna need them. Once back on my raft, I made another mortar and pestle and slapped it next to the old one and then queued up a bunch of narcotics in both. Definitely gonna need more narcotics. This place isn't the best for bushes. Let's sail down the beach a little bit. This is looking alright. A little bit of lawn mowing on the morning of day 14 later, I actually had more narco berries and spoiled meat. So I'm gonna have to get some of that going in my inventory again. Let's continue to sail down the coast here, get closer to these griffins. They're actually really close already. Need to make a trap for them. I don't know. I think I'll knock the griffins out relatively quickly so I can probably just make the trap out of wood. And I'll also craft as many of these narcotics as I can. I'll make them savage narcotics. I grabbed a bunch of thatch and wood that I had lying around and I started crafting up the trap for the griffins. Oh, get me away, get me away, get me away. 4 wooden ceilings and then the good. Well, hold up, I might be able to pull it together with stone. Yeah, I'm gonna need more wood. I grabbed some of the wood from my wall torches, which was actually enough to make the gate and the gateway. So that was the whole trap crafted up. I then made a few savage trank arrows and a bunch of regular ones before dropping off some of my kits since I was way too heavy for my bird to actually carry me. Surely you can hold me now, bro. I just gotta build the trap, then I'll come back for the narcotics. It's gotta work, bro. I need these griffins. I'm tired of being stuck on Pteranodons. Okay, I thought right there on that ledge would be the perfect place for a trap, but then I saw a wyvern. Another slight issue that I ran into was the fact that this 145 griffin that I had marked looked to be deep down into the mesh. No! Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Please. Where'd you even come from? I landed on the beach expecting to get a free ticket back to the lobby pretty much instantly, but I somehow actually bamboozled the wyvern and I had time to hop off my PT and cryo it. I then used photo mode to try and spot the wyvern again, but since I couldn't see it anywhere, I ran down the beach, tossed the PT back out, and then departed. I have no clue how I'm alive right now. I don't know how I somehow ditched that wyvern. The bad news was that the griffin was in fact stuck in the mesh. At least though, this level 140 female was available, so I flew down to one of the ledges and got to constructing the trap. Okay, it's kind of a scuffed looking trap, but I think it'll work. Let me go back to base and grab the tranks. Probably move it closer too. Okay, please just... I'm begging the Ark gods here, bro. No, there's a wyvern right there. All right, I've just got to get its attention and get it out of there. Please, I'm trying to save you. You will die if you stick around. I got the griffin into the trap on the first try, of course, but I now had to quickly knock it out as it was actively trying to break out. No, pass, what are you doing? Something about my PT flying towards the griffin actually helped me out, as its attention was now fixed on my bird, and it wasn't hitting the trap anymore. So this means I can take my sweet time tranking it out. I think we got it. I think that should do it. I immediately fed it a few narcotics to halt the torpor drain a little while I went down to look for some prime meat. Oh, this is dead. This is dead. Yes! All right, I'm gonna go get the prime meat in it, and then I'll come back and harvest whatever those are. I don't know what killed those, but wow, that's lucky for me. It's gotta be that little baby brood mother. That's what killed him, right? Yeah, surely. I got a bunch of berserk blood from those corpses, so after flying back down to the crib, I could actually make a bunch of berserk narcotics, which are 10 times more potent than normal ones. And I need more arrows. Bunch of bushes up here as well. I might come up here with Perry, do some lawn mowing, get more narcotics. More the merrier. Can I make any stronger armor? Necrotic? No. So there's really not that many armors in this mod. Okay. I don't think I have any chitin. Oh, never mind, I do. Oh yeah, from killing that Carkinos. This Berserk chitin set looked pretty good for now, so I decided to craft up a set, and it also didn't have durability like the cloth I was currently wearing. Oh, this stuff looks pretty cool too. I like never wear chitin armor in a normal video, and it's painted. And this is sick looking. I can get down with this. Anyways, I was about to go out and do my lawn mowing when I noticed a little brood mother slowly creeping towards my base. Oh, it was swimming out to me? What? Bro, was just like walking on the water. Ooh, that could have been bad. That could have been very bad. I wonder if it's been aggroed to me this whole time. After my short lawn mowing session, I saw that it was under the pillars, so it was in fact just following me around. Yeah, I bet it's got like the boss's AI, so like when you go into a normal boss arena, it just never loses aggro on you. So I bet that's what's happening here. Oh, it's drowning. Yes. Oh no. Come back out to the water. Bang! Does it have any loot? I did in fact get loot, but it was just a little bit of element in the Gamma Broodmother trophy, neither of which would help me much as of right now. The blood's honestly the nicest part. Might as well make more berserk narcotics. The first griffin was also really close to taming, so I flew up to it to wait around until it actually did. Need to repair this trap. So I'm gonna use it on a male griffin here. Shouldn't be as stressful as last time since I've got these better narcotics. Bang, dude. Griffin is tamed. This will be so good. 15 levels in it, what? I mean, I'm not complaining, but how did these get here? And I got 2 levels. How did this happen? I don't know. Anyways, I repaired the trap from top to bottom so I could pack it up and reuse it once more. Let's put this PT in the dino ball just to keep it safe. Finally getting some eggs. It's just taking forever. Opening up the Dino Finder again, I marked a new male griffin level 140, and I headed out on my griffin to go and actually trap it and tame it. It feels good to be on a griffin, man. It feels good. Like, there's definitely gonna be better modded dinos that I'm gonna want to get on sooner rather than later. It's just I can't be on a Pteranodon, bro. Like, you guys saw what happened earlier. I ran into a wyvern, and by the grace of the Ark gods, I survived. But yeah, being on a griffin is just so much better. I decided to set up the trap in this waterfall cave here since the griffin was pretty close by, and this felt like the safest bet. Okay. Let's try this. Kinda forgot I needed the PT to effectively use this trap. Oh! I pulled up nice and close to the griffin, but for some reason, instead of aggroing to me, it just continued on about its day. Why are you running? Why are you running? Come here. Slight complications did arise as this wild wyvern started chasing me here and there, but I eventually got the griffin into the trap, so I locked it in with the gate, and now I can start tranking it out. Perfect. Okay. Let's go get some prime meat. Whoa, Berserk Giga. I did find a vanilla Diplo among all the other creations, and it was a low level too. So I smacked it up with the griffin, and I got a bunch of prime to feed to the other griffin. Being honest, I'm kind of bummed there's no modded griffins in this mod. Modded griffins are like probably my favorite dinos in Ark, because they're so powerful and they're super quick. Make getting around the map so easy. This guy is gonna take a little bit to tame. Tame any more dodos in the meantime? Since the egg production was pretty slow back at the raft, I wanted to expand my dodo egg laying squadron by a female or 2. Oh, it's on top of this. You're coming with me. Let's go get some berries for it. I'm just taming this so I can speed up egg production so I can get into the savage tier immediately. Another one. Another 2 female dodos added. Let's go get these guys back in the dino terminal. Hopefully they'll produce some extra eggs for me. After depositing the dodo egg laying unit reinforcements, I flew back out to the sleeping griffin. There I fed it a few narcotics and then flew up above the cave to investigate some weird explosive noises that I was hearing from inside. It's gotta be a prime tribesman, 57 million health? Like what? 60 million? Anywho, the griffin ended up taming on the early morning of day 17, so I compared its stats to my current griffin. I mean, I don't know, they're pretty freaking similar. I'll go back to base and breed them, but it won't matter a ton, really. But I am very happy to have griffins, that's for sure. I parked both of them on the raft and enabled mating on them before checking the terminal again to see if my dodos had picked up the pace with the eggs yet. Way slower than I would like, that's for sure. One thing I'm gonna have to try with the savage kibble was to take a fertilized egg and see if that actually works in the crafting recipe. These recipes usually only take unfertilized eggs. Oh, what? Oh, it's counting fertilized eggs for savage kibble. Oh, that's so good. Oh, sweet. Okay, so I can make 2 savage kibble. Awesome. I waited for the griffins to drop their egg before taking Perry and heading out to get maho berries. Griffin will go get maho berries, and then I also need fish meat, which I don't know, it's not gonna be super fun to get. Oh, maybe I can unlock scuba. Okay, I'll make some flippers. That should make getting fish meat a little easier. Flippers, bang. With those crafted, I flew back into the quote-unquote safe cave that is no longer safe. But nonetheless, I dove in to smack up some fish with my sickle. Ooh, whoa, toxic kipper? That's not gonna attack me, is it? Woo! Oh yeah, he's trying to kill me. Kipper, no, dude, I'm your friend. I've got enough fish meat for right now. Let's head back. I made it back to my raft only to realize I forgot to get the maho berries, so I hopped back on and flew out to do some quick lawn mowing with Supreme Perry over at the beach. And now that I actually had everything I needed, I cooked up a couple of pieces of savage kibble so I could finally look into actually progressing through this mod. And I would do this by searching for potential tames in the savage tier. So what all is savage that I can tame? Seems to be a lot of things. I could go for a savage RG maybe. So 150. Not too far. Let's go check it out. On my way over, I stopped by a purple drop with a ring, and inside I found a really nice Ascendant flag helmet, as well as some ghillie gauntlets and a 600 damage double shotgun. The drop aside though, this RG was in the murder snow, so I didn't want to stick around for too long, but I did see that it only needed 3 savage kibble to tame. It's fighting. Is he gonna live? Surely. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I should just tame some weaker savage stuff for now and move up straight to toxic. Savage dilos, that's gotta be the move. Okay, yeah, so we'll get some savage eggs being produced. Hopefully the fertilized eggs work and I'll be able to craft toxic kibble. And then I think we'll actually start, taming more dinos that are toxic because they just seem to be that much stronger and it's really not that much more work. Savage poison my other friend would be sick. It's just like I have no means to be able to knock that out right now. That is a Dodic with guns. Grenadier Dodic. Wow. Anywho, I snagged the savage dilo with my griffin and carried it over to my raft to actually tame it. So put the 2 savage kibble in there. That'll tame. Now I need to make more. So I'm just missing dino eggs. Oh, luckily some were produced. Well, since I know these I can use fertilized eggs. I'll just throw these guys out to breed. This will collect them. Oh, it's already tamed. Nice. Hello. Oh, I can ride it. Well, that's pretty fancy, but I don't really care. This guy's going in a cryopod. Or dino ball, I should say. As the sun went down again, it got really dark inside my base. And the 2 wall torches that I set up earlier weren't doing much to help that either. So I decided just to craft one of the lamps for now that I have power here. Surely that would provide way more light, right? Oh, wow, that did nothing. Why is this not doing anything? It's just offering no light. Is it because we're on a raft? I'm not sure. With a couple more dodo eggs produced on day 18, I cooked up another savage kibble and crafted a few air conditioners. Turn that off, disable breeding on these guys. Let's place these ACs out here. I don't like that I can hear something swimming in the water really close to me. It's a frog. Surely we're fine then. This work? Yes! Oh, it's a 193? It got all of the bad stats. I'm sorry, dude, you are not living.
Die!
Alright, y'all gotta try again. The last baby you gave me was awful. But first, I had to go out and actually tame another savage dilo to get the savage egg production going. Oh, it just died. Okay. Not to worry though, as I did have another one marked, so I just flew over to that instead. Where are you going? They both just needed one kibble to tame, so I fed them both and tamed them up before flying back home to see if I could continue using fertilized eggs even in the higher tiers of dinos. Okay, let's throw these ladies out. I brought the male out as well and enabled mating on them. Oh, don't hatch! My incubation might be too quick. Brother, I do not need you. Anyway, well, I guess one of them got picked up in time. Does this work? Toxic? No. Okay. So these are just gonna have to sit and passively produce eggs. A little unfortunate, but to be expected since that is exactly how it works in Primal Chaos and Primal Nemesis as well. Alright, I'm sorry child, but you were a mistake. I'm gonna wait till you fully grow up, put an arrow in your dome, and then just forget about you. At the very least, I got a little bit of blood and hide from that. Okay, let's try again with this Griffin baby. See if we can't get a better one than last time. 215, already looking better. It could have got 4 points better in the melee, but it's not an issue. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Anywho, I put the rest of the dodos into the terminal, and I named the baby Griffin Kate before cooking up another savage kibble so I could tame another female dilo. Okay, no, y'all can stop breeding. Level 60 should work. This dilo was kind of in the middle of a war zone though. But I still tried to save it regardless by going in to pick it up, and for a second, I thought I actually got it. No! Oh, what? Who are you? Oh, it's dead. I tried saving that. I marked another female dilo, and this one was also fighting, so I grabbed it and carried it over to this waterfall to tame it. Yeah, I mean, so this is something I did learn with Primal Chaos and Primal Nemesis. I mean, made by the same guy. Eggs take forever to generate in passively, so the more dinos you tame that are supposed to be your egg layers or egg generators, the better. Just less time you spend kind of waiting around doing nothing. In the meantime, I guess we'll see if there are any other requirements for toxic kibble. Maybe crops. We should get some crops growing on the raft. That would be a good idea. Okay, kibble, toxic, savage, snail, slime balls. What? Oh, you get them from... Oh, I bet you get them from Acatinas. That probably meant I would need a little more savage kibble. So I enabled mating on my griffins again since my dodos were still lacking in the production department. Oh, okay. I just did some quick research into the Discord with the mod because there is some information actually out about the mod. There's a savage boss that you have to defeat, and then you get a tameable version. And that tameable version gives the slime balls. So it's pretty cheap to summon in, I mean, but I don't have any boss fighters. But I guess I don't need to tame Acatinas. Let me go get some savage blood, and then we'll just spawn in the boss and see what happens. Maybe get some levels on this guy as well. Hold up, savage Diplo. This thing's gonna die. I could still get some savage blood from this. This mini broodmother was also pretty polite in that it just absolutely shredded through anything in its path, and it left corpses behind for me to take for myself. I bet if I killed one of those broodmothers, it would give me so much experience. Anywho, that was in fact all the blood that I needed, so I returned back to my raft and crafted up the savage boss summoner. And then we'll just spawn it in. I'm not gonna, probably won't be able to kill it, but I'll spawn it in for research purposes. You know, see what it actually looks like, how much health it has, what it does. On a side note, I did have this Dino Heal mod installed as well, so I quickly farmed up one of those to feed Kate and get her back up to health. Okay, Griffin's healed up, which is nice. Let's go a bit away, and then we'll spawn in this savage boss. That could have been bad. What is it? Whoa, it's a giant snail with 1 million health? How am I supposed to kill that? What if I just... Alright, hear me out. What if I just lead it to something that can kill it? Like that nuclear hydra. Hold up, nuclear hydra, what? It's not even a dinosaur, that's a whole new thing. Alright, let me get some stamina. I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow. See what happens. I might get deleted, but it's all in the name of progress and science, I guess. Okay, shoot an arrow at it. Dude, it's got a skull for a shell. That's so sick. It definitely didn't like me shooting it as it started coming towards me. So I shot the glowing nuclear abomination as well to get them both closer to one another. Dude, this thing is terrifying. I know it has a breath attack. I gotta be careful here. Okay, they're getting close. They're getting close. Y'all gonna fight? Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one to fight, but I think I can just spawn in another. Or I'll spawn it in like an active war zone. Surely that'll work. 1,000,000 health on the first boss of the whole mod was pretty crazy regardless. So a little bit of thinking outside the box and cheesing could help for sure. Luckily for me, I found another mini broodmother terrorizing the beaches. So I waited until it clapped the savage Ziplo before swooping in to get my blood. Oh, what the? Toxic Meganor just flew up and did 1,000 damage. Looking back at it, it only had 1.5k health, so I decided to try and fight it head on with my Griffin in a classic dogfight. That is until I noticed just how low on jet fuel that I actually was. Oh, but I don't have stamina! Yeah, so the Meganor can live. Anyways, I went back home and crafted up another savage boss summoner. Alright, let's go find something that looks super big and powerful, just like that. Yep. And there's a nuclear one too behind it. Perfect. I'll drop it right in the middle of them. This Akatina spawned in with 1.6 million health, and it actually started beef with the little spiders, but the broodmothers just completely ignored it. I don't understand, how am I supposed to kill this with only savage dinos? I tried to aggro the 2 broodmothers over again, and I even got them to be right on top of the snail, but they just straight up refused to attack it or do any damage. So this strategy is definitely down the drain. Okay, so from the one video I found out there, they used a savage Giga to kill it. It's not even on the map. What is that thing? 4.5 billion health? Hold up, I gotta get my raft out of here. No! My raft is cooked. Where did this thing come from? By some absolute miracle, I managed to whistle my griffins over to me just before the giant broodmother of doom made it over to them, saving my raft in the process. Okay, so it's not even worth me trying to get this snail killed right now because then I can't even tame it after. It doesn't drop any loot or anything to my knowledge. I've got to work on saving my raft, bro. I gotta get this thing farther out to sea. There's literally like the final boss right there. I landed on a beach to cryo my 2 griffins before hovering over my raft for a minute. I was waiting for the demigod of a broodmother to distance itself just enough for me to quickly land on the raft and sail out of there. Oh, it's coming this way, it's coming this way, it's coming this way. I think I made it. Dude. Alright, yeah, raft is going out to sea. I think I'm gonna sail down the coast, bro. This place is stressing me out. Alright, I'm gonna leave the raft right here. We're farther down south. This area looks to be pretty safe. So, what I want to do is, I want to look up savage creatures, and I want to go around, seeing what the strongest ones probably are, and then see what I can use to actually defeat the savage Akatina boss. Let's go check out these guys. These guys all look strong. What's that? Warden Triceratops, 1.6 billion health with a B. Anyways, I checked the Savage Titanosaur first, and it didn't actually have a ton of torpor while still being super tanky. Let's go check out this Dodo Wyvern. Ooh, that has 100k torpor. I'm not gonna be able to knock that out. The Dodo Wyvern didn't look like something I could see myself taming right now, so I flew out to the Dodo Rexy instead. Oh, it's tiny. It looks like it's stuck. There's a nuclear rock drake right there. Honestly, I bet this is my best bet. It's just 100k torpor, and it's very fast. Let's go back to base and do some research into narcotics. When I made it back to the crib, I looked into the Supreme Smithy, and I searched for darts straight away. Upgrading to a long neck would definitely be the move now that I'm gonna have to deal 100,000 torpor. However, these darts also required the modded variants of metal ingots to craft, so I would need to get my hands on farming dinos too if I wanted to effectively get those. I don't know, I think I might end up having to tame savage dinos. Stretch taming that. Let's make an upgrade station. Okay, should probably upgrade a crossbow. With the resources I had here, I could upgrade it to journeyman, so I quickly sailed to a beach to get more wood for upgrades. Okay, well this crossbow is pretty solid now. I queued up some more savage narcotics, turned those into tranks, and headed out towards the RG that I marked. Okay, so these should hit pretty hard. Let's go try and tame this 150 RG. Then we'll probably try and tame an Anki, make a few more forges, farm up a bunch of metal, and then hopefully we can make a long neck and upgrade that a ton, and then we can make darts as well. And hopefully then we can try and tame out that Dodo, or knock out that Dodo Rexy. Just 100,000 torpor, I can't do that right now. I made it over to the RG, but I had to lead it out of the murder snow, so I could actually tame it since I was dying way too quick from the cold. Come on, up, and out of the murder snow, please. No! Why are you running? I landed one of these strong trank arrows right up the RG skull, and it did just over 8,000 torpor. Please just go to sleep, man. Yes. How much savage kibble? 3? I mean, okay, it's gonna wake up in 8 hours, so I think I'll have plenty of time to get all the kibble that I need. Okay. How many eggs do I have? 5? I mean, that's better than I thought I would have, not gonna lie to you. I needed to get some raw fish meat again though, so I put on my flippers and dove down into the ocean below to see if I could find something easy to kill, as there's not a single fish in sight. Oh, a megalodon. 3 savage kibble, please, and then what do I need for a savage RG saddle? I need more savage hide. That also reminded me to check the different tools, like the ones that Primal Nemesis had to offer. And sure enough, some of the tiers like Savage, Toxic, and Berserk had their own tools as well. And these, okay, yeah, and these probably harvest more. First, let's go tame the RG. This feels good, man. It feels like we're finally progressing into the modded tiers of dinos. I mean, it's day 21. It has taken a while. I've had a few setbacks, but seem to be on the right track now. On my way back to the RG, I smacked up a savage Akatina for a bit of blood, and when I finally arrived, I fed the bird and watched it down the kibble. Dang, dude. 20k stamina, 15k health, and yeah, 3,500 weight. Yeah, this is good. Okay, we need to get some more blood and hide. I want to tame an Anki so we can make metal production really good. I'd also like to check out this red drop, see what it has for me. I killed a couple of savage featherlights on my way over to the red drop, and inside I found a couple of stews and a few metal walls. Not the best red drop, but something, I guess. Back to the hunt for savage dinos though. I first packed up a terror bird that actually gave me a really decent amount of both blood and hide, unlike this group of savage buggy boys. Anyways, once back at the raft, I crafted the savage RG saddle and threw the bird out to get it ready for flight. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I then turned a bunch of my narcotics into savage ones, so I could go out and get a savage Anki as well. Savage Anki. Oh, there's a 150 right over here. It feels faster than a normal RG. It's nothing crazy. I bet it does some decent damage. I'd like to find something to test it on. Savage Pelagornis would do just fine. 184 damage. It's not crazy. Besides harassing random seagulls, I threw Perry out to do a little bit of lawn mowing for Mayho berries and narco berries. And he actually had a whole 32 levels on him. Man, 32 levels? What? Supreme Perry's going crazy. I also had to redeploy my dodo egg laying unit to get them breeding again for fertilized eggs, since the unfertilized egg production was just not up to par. Okay, there's another 2 savage kibble. Let's hope it's no more than 3 to tame the Anki. I flew out to it to make sure, but it actually needed 5, so there would be a little bit more cooking that I would have to do in the very near future. For now though, I just picked up the Anki and carried it into the conveniently situated cave on this island where I could knock it out in peace. That being said, I packed up a random savage stego before flying back to the raft and deploying the dodo squad again for their annual breeding session. How am I out of fish meat already, man? Not gonna lie, kibble requiring fish meat is pretty annoying. It's whatever though. I'll make do. I need a savage Anki saddle. I flew back to the sleeping Anki and fed it the 5 kibble. Then soon enough it woke up tame, so I threw it straight into hibernation. Alright, and I did see a savage trike right out here, so we'll go up and kill this for a little bit more hide for the Anki saddle, and then we can do, or I guess make forges and then do a fat metal run. Finally, bro, I've been itching. When I returned to the raft, I cooked up a little bit of cementing paste for an industrial grill, and I placed that next to the air conditioners before throwing a bunch of meat on it to cook. Now let's make the Anki saddle of savage metal ingots. To make those, I just needed to combine some regular ingots with savage blood. So I pulled for 5 and crafted the Anki saddle before getting to work on setting up more Supreme forges. And yeah, these are 5 times faster than normal forges, so if I can get 3 of them, I've got the power of 15 forges, which would sure be nice. Which I can. Perfect. Alright. Chance I can make a chainsaw for wood? 50 pace. No, that's definitely going to be the limiting factor. So I had to go out and farm the wood manually. But I soon had all the forges ready and stocked up, so I could finally head out on the long-awaited metal run. I am a little concerned to why my Dilos aren't making any eggs. Also, where should I go to farm metal? I'm sure I'll find a spot. Oh wait, you know what? I know where to go. Let me sail back around the map to Pelagornis Bay. Bunch of metal in there. These savage dinos being orange, they do look really cool, I must say. Okay, it took about half a day of sailing, I'd say, but we're finally arriving here in the Pelagornis Bay. And I wanted to come here because, as you can probably already see, all these jagged rocks sticking out of the ocean, they got a bunch of metal rocks on them. I'm not sure why, but for some reason, this savage Anki refused to auto-swing on the metal nodes. That is only when I held it in the claws on my RG. When I dropped it, it would auto-swing, but this is just kind of pointless. So I actually had to farm the metal the good old-fashioned way by hopping on the Anki and smacking the rocks myself. Okay, I've got a bunch of metal farmed up, but I'm definitely gonna run out of wood before I run out of metal. Oh, there's a few more nodes over here I'll smack up. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna go deposit this metal into the forges. And then I'm gonna go visit my friends, the beavers, otherwise known as the taxpayers, and steal all of their cementing paste and wood from my forges. And I also just want the paste. And for those wondering by steal, I mean collect the mandatory tax that they failed to make payments on. Then we'll sail into Viking Bay, get the base closer to the wood and the tax. I kept it somewhat far from the coast just to avoid any disasters from happening. Okay, let's throw out the RG, go visit my friends. Hello, residents. Have you been keeping up on your payments? There's not even any paste in that one. I don't want to open that. Half of the good stuff isn't even in there. I flew over to the slightly bigger pond that had giant beaver dams spawning, and those hooked me up with all the wood and paste that I could ask for. This is how you farm wood efficiently. You just steal it. Okay, I think that's all I'll take for now. We'll hit this red drop and then go back to the raft base.
Hey!
I mean, the more the merrier. I can't turn it down, it's right here. The red drop had a whole Ascended Giga saddle inside and a couple of metal structures, so nothing that exciting. Holy Congo line of beavers trying to get to me. Look at that. Sorry boys, it's just business. I think y'all got bigger fish to fry now. That wyvern's coming for you. Yeah, an absolutely devastating day for the taxpayers. Anyways, when I returned, I crafted a few electronics for a fridge that I ended up not even being able to craft since I was out of crystal. But at least I expanded my storage system by a couple of large storage boxes. And now I can store all my hard-earned wood away. Okay, forges are sufficiently fueled up. Looks like I'm pretty much out of crystal, so let's go find some of that, harvest up a bunch with the Enki, and then we'll come back and then hopefully finally look into, making a long neck, upgrading it, and getting better darts and all that to tame a Dodo Rexy. I flew into the Viking Bay cave to see if I could find any crystal in there, but the overwhelming amount of explosions above me and the constant flickering of them made me dip out of there before it induced any permanent damage. When I got back to the crib, I made the fridge and placed it down, and then threw my spoilables inside to keep them fresh. Metal production's going well. Alright, now what do I need to make a long neck? I'm probably just gonna run out of hide. I made the rifle and upgraded it to Journeyman before running out of hide as I expected. So I hopped on my RG once again and headed out to look for some easy pickings. I might make another forge or two real quick though to keep metal production going. Only 3 is not that much. But of course those required hide as well, so back out on the hunt for more weaklings. Fighting the whole gang of shoulder pets, dude. Dude, I'm struggling to find normal dinos for hide. Maybe I won't make more forges cause I'm really just not gonna be able to afford the hide. I'll just have to put it all into my long neck. I did find a regular Bronto soon after, so that gave me a decent bit of hide to work with, so I dropped a few more Pteranodons before flying back to the raft. And now I can see how many more upgrades I can actually stack onto the long neck. Okay, back to upgrading. I did have to wait around for more metal to smelt, so in the meantime I queued up a bunch of savage narcotics. And I headed back out to get more blood as I needed it for the modded ingots as well. Savage Bronto? Sure, I mean, this will give me a ton of hide and a ton of blood. It's just gonna take a minute to kill. Yep, that was good. Back at the crib, I threw 100 of the savage blood into one of the forges to turn that into ingots. And I also went out to farm with my Enki as I would need to cook up some spark powder and gunpowder for the rifle bullets. Long neck's got another upgrade. Oh, we've actually got savage eggs. They just take so long to come in. Should I have tamed savage dodos instead? Maybe. Anyways, I crafted the first few savage darts, and I looked into the upgrade station once more to see that I would need around 500 more ingots for the next upgrade on the long neck. Great, that's not happening. Not happening for a little while at least. Anyway, these are healing potions. Savage health potion, toxic. Oh, these are the same, are they not? Yeah, they are. And there's berserk, which requires a medical brew. And then there's Grenadier. Oh, you need medical brews for all of these, so I gotta set up a cooker if I want health potions. Oh, I definitely want health potions. I really wanted to up my metal ingot production rate, so I decided just to make a few extra forges. I was only missing a bit of stone, so I flew over to the land to gather that real quick. There we go. 2 more Supreme forges, so we'll be getting more ingots now. I had to do a little bit of furniture reorganizing to fit in the forges, but I soon had them set up and cooking. This is some serious production. This is better than having an indie forge. If I could get like one more upgrade on this long neck, I think I'd be happy. And we'll get a few more darts and then start strategizing on how to actually knock out the Dodo Rexy. Just need some savage blood real quick. Okay, I think elite dinos give savage blood. When I returned to the raft, I upgraded the long neck to Ascended, and I got it to just over 300 damage. I think I can make some savage tools real quick with these leftover ingots. Just do a savage hatchet and then a savage pickaxe. I think these will harvest a little bit more than the vanilla tools. Also, they're colored. They look cool. I also had a decent amount of savage darts now, so I could start worrying about other things, such as getting all the kibble for the Dodo Rexy. Since my Dodo squad was doing pretty well recently, I grabbed all 12 eggs that they produced and I turned them all into savage kibble. I then cryoed my Inky and Argy so I could head out to check on the Dodo Rexy again. Alright, let's go check out the Dodo Rex. Let's just give it a good scout, see what we're thinking. Just leave the base here. I don't feel like sailing it all the way back around to the swamp island. It's like a 10-minute process and it's just kind of annoying. Looking at the Dino Finder, I spotted a level 150 Dodo Rex that was much closer to my raft, so I flew over to that one instead. Okay, it's looking kind of stuck. I kind of want to put an a dart into it just to see what happens. Okay, not stuck, not stuck. That one dart did just under 6k in torpor, so I do have more than enough that I need to actually send this thing to sleep. So I could knock it out. It doesn't look like the torpor drains too quick. I might not need a trap. Hold up, I could knock this out and tame it right here, right now. What was that? Well, I have no clue what just hit me. Just hit me for 3k. I'm trying to give you a better life. That should do it, that should do it. Yes! Thank the Lord these things have low torpor drain. I need to get this scorpion out of here. And it looks like it went out in a pretty safe area. Okay, it's not draining food very quick. Are there tame helpers in this mod? Hey, meat cake. Remove food for 10 seconds. Oh, I gotta go make these. They're pretty cheap. So after a quick lawn mowing session on the early morning of day 27, I cooked up a couple of pieces of the taming cake and headed back out to feed the Dodo Rex. Alright, I'll check this out in a minute. It's not the safest area, so I just want to secure it. Man, this feels good though. This feels good. This is like our first actual strong dino. After landing on the raft, I moved it back a little bit since this bee was getting way too close for comfort. Okay, let's throw this guy out. Check him out. So it just looks like a normal little Dodo Rex. Oh, okay, you can ride it, but I do want to get a saddle for it. I just want the extra armor. Okay, see, these are actually kind of pricey. It's alright, we'll manage. How much do you want? 40 ingots. So I need blood and hide. Well, surely I can use this guy, and we'll keep the health potions on us, just in case. Now, hopefully, this thing's a good swimmer. Yeah, it's pretty solid. It was time to see the damage, though. So I ran up to the first thing that looked like a decent opponent, being a Berserk Moschops. 1600 damage, that's pretty good. Is that my only attack? I can't breathe fire? Yeah, this is my only attack. Okay, that's a little disappointing. I mean, I can pretty much mop anything on the beaches now, which is nice. Anywho, I got it up to 100,000 health before putting some points in the melee damage as well. What does putting points into melee do for me? Hit decently harder. Let's go kill this toxic Bronto. Dude, my bite range is enormous. Like, smaller dinos can't even get close to me. Solid amount of blood and hide collected. I threw some of the blood into the forge to cook up the ingots and then crafted the Dodo Rex saddle so I could throw it on the Dodo Rexy. Oh! Are the bees passive? Maybe? Maybe they are. I mean, I should have been obliterated there. Or I guess maybe they're just neutral. Whatever the case may be, I was glad to be alive and not reduced to atoms by something I couldn't even see coming. Okay, so I want to make more of these health potions. And then, yeah, I think we'll go try and take down the first boss. So these are pretty cheap. Just raw meat, into berries, and Nanoh berries. So obviously I want the healing potions that come with the mod, but I'm not able to make medical brews right now because I don't have a cooker. I kind of want to kill this NPC, see what happens. How much do you hit for? 13? Oh, what? They drop loot? Hold up, let me kill this Enki then. Oh, what? They drop really good loot. I should be killing these tribesmen, man. Health potions? XP potions? I'm gonna feed all of these to my guy. Oh, I need to be killing these tribesmen, man. They give great loot. Anyways, back to getting raw meat by terrorizing the beaches and basically just munching through anything and everything that crossed my path. I also threw Supreme Perry out to collect some berries so I could start cooking up healing potions. Okay, I got a bunch of healing potions made up. Okay, let's head back out to either one of the bosses. I'm not sure, maybe they have different health stats. Yeah, whichever one has lower health will obviously attack that one. When I returned, I looked at the Dino Finder to see that only one of the snails remained on the map, so I didn't have an option anymore. I'm just gonna have to fight the one that's still standing. This one's in like an active war zone. Bro. Oh, I think it just died. Oh, it's fighting it. Oh, see, it just killed. The vampiric broodmother just killed it. And I saw the new one that's supposed to be tameable spawn in, but, oh, I'm gonna have to go and make another spawner. What is that? Prime wyvern? That thing looks sick. Anyhow, I flew back to base and crafted another snail summoner before flying out to the beach and spawning it in. I then landed on a nearby rock, cryoed the griffin, and threw the Dodo Rex out to go and deal with this thing. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. Okay, it slows me down, but good thing I have a Dodo Rex, which is quick. I could just tank through the little bit of damage that it was dealing and heal every now and then to keep myself alive. So the only thing that I had to worry about during this boss fight was my left finger, which had a lot of clicking ahead of itself. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Alright, we're a third of the way there. Halfway. Feel like I've been doing circles around this dude since the dawn of time. Finally, man. Oh, how do you knock out this one? Takes 1 savage kibble. It also had 100,000 torpor, so I threw out my griffin and cryoed the Dodo Rex and then got to tranking it out. Unfortunately, I ran out of darts and I had to switch to my crossbow, which also ran out of arrows before the snail went to sleep. So I had to go back and cook up a few extra real quick. Give me berserk narcotics and give me berserk ingots. Just one of those berserk darts was enough to send the snail to sleep, so I threw my Dodo Rex back out to clear the area of any uninvited critters before feeding the snail. Yes! Got it, I got it. Fucking write it. Okay, hold up. Read me. Put any type of berry into this inventory to produce slime balls. I could also make the snail smaller by making this evolution that only costs 10 savage hide and blood. Oh, and then you evolve them with other boss tributes. Yeah, so as I was saying, you can evolve them with other boss tributes. And this is how you get different slime balls, probably for the different tiers of kibble, I'm guessing. Yeah, this makes, because then berserk slime balls. What else we got? That might be it. Oh, maybe there's only 2 types of slime balls that you need then. Okay, that's still super cool though. So I want to make this guy small. Oh, what? Oh, what? Can I still ride it? Yes. Oh, no. Okay, I like the smaller version. The basic bite attack didn't do a ton of damage, but it also had some sort of a spit attack, and it would just continually chip away at anything standing in front of me. If you spam right click, it just shreds anything. What? Alright, I need something strong. Carbo. Yes, good health pool. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's not as good as I thought, but yeah, it's pretty solid. I mean, this guy would just be producing slime balls for me. Who knows, maybe I'll use it as a backup if I need it. Hopefully I won't need it. Anyways, I slid back to my Dodo Rex, cryoed up everything, and flew back home to throw it out and give it some berries to see how this slime ball production would actually work. Oh, it just converts them straight away. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so now I can make toxic kibble. Okay, so yeah, so I gotta make toxic kibble next. Or tame toxic diners, I should say. How many savage eggs do I have? None? What? I thought I had some. Yeah, so my savage egg production was just terrible. So I'm gonna have to grab some regular eggs and go and tame a bunch of savage dodos. As usual, I was missing fish meat for the savage kibble again. So I first had to dive in with a Dodo Rex to maul anything made out of fish meat. There we go. Well, that's an ichthy. Manta. Bang. I also stocked up on some more savage narcotics for darts before hopping on the griffin to go out and actually tame the dodos. Hopefully I can just knock them out with 1 dart to the head. Pew. Pew. There was a whole Dinotherium that appeared out of nowhere, and we all know by now just how annoying these angry elephants can be. So I had to deploy my Dodo Rex and do the entire map of Ragnarok a favor and reduce the total amount of these things by 1. There were also a few tribesmen in the area, so I kinda just started munching on everything around me, not realizing that one of said tribesmen was a berserk one. Oh wow. 2 million health. I'm sorry. Well, one of my dodos is dead. I quickly tamed the other one up and threw it in a dino ball before taking off. What? Oh no, it's still here. So I tamed it up and flew back home to get them all settled into their new home, being the terminal. Please start producing savage eggs as fast as possible. In the meantime, I headed back out for more. Ew, dude. This is the last dino ball that I have, so we'll tame this gal and then head back to base, and hopefully these guys start producing a good amount of savage eggs for me. Hopefully they don't take forever to do so either. Yeah, let's throw these dodos into the terminal, after I can move, that is. Yeah, okay, I'm really just waiting on those eggs here. And then after that, I'm gonna need crops. So maybe in the meantime, while I'm waiting for eggs to spawn in, we go ahead and make some crop plots. Doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. But for that, I wanted to get a Dodig just to make farming stone a breeze. So I marked one on the map and headed over to it with my RG. Oh no, come on dude, I'm trying to save you. Trying to save you, dude. Trying to give you a better life. A couple more darts in the noggin later, the Dodig went to sleep. But I had to go back home and make another kibble since it needed to. Okay, so give me one more savage kibble, please. Any eggs, perchance? No. I hate how they take so long to generate. It's so annoying. Guess I could also make the saddle for the dude while I'm here. Alright, let's go tame this Dodig and get the farming stone. Kill this turtle in the meantime. I mean, it's only a level 25, but it really doesn't matter, dude. It's farming stone. It's not that big of a deal. Once the Dodig woke up, I slapped the saddle on it and got right to work. Okay, let's see if this thing will auto-swing or if it'll be weird like the Yankee. Come on, do your job. Oh, come on. Why don't they auto-swing? But if I drop it, it auto-swings right away. I don't get it. Yeah, so back to the good old manual swinging I went. Luckily, I didn't need a ton of stone, so I was soon on my way back home. We'll just leave this guy out. And I'm just now realizing I'm gonna wanna make a greenhouse so the crops grow more efficiently. So we're gonna have to add on to my base here. I don't know, maybe it could be time that we upgrade the base, because it is still just made out of thatch, but honestly, it kind of looks cool. I like it being made out of thatch. Yeah, we'll leave it thatch for now, but I'd like to start looking into making greenhouse structures. Yeah, so they're expensive, but I'm pretty wealthy, I must say, so surely I can afford them. I'll build the foundation for the greenhouse out of metal. I don't want anything happening to this. Oh, 5 savage eggs. Bang, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I knew taming those dodos was worthwhile. Can I make any kibble? Toxic kibble. Talk to me. Fiber? I can do that. I'm actually running low on fiber, but somebody I saw in one of my recent videos comments, I do read my comments if you guys didn't know. You can get more fiber from bushes in the sea. So let me jump down here. Oh, yeah, okay, they were definitely right. So thank you for commenting that on my video. That's super helpful. And I try to read all of my comments. On day 31, I cooked up a couple of pieces of toxic kibble as I plan on going out and taming something here soon. Honestly, I'll probably just tame toxic dodos straight away, and we'll just kind of skip the toxic tier. I want to go straight to berserk. I think that's how you say it, right? Yeah, we'll go straight to berserk dinos because they're just that much stronger, and I don't really see a point in having toxic creatures. So we'll build the greenhouse over here. Let's quickly assemble this. I made the shell of the greenhouse and I left the inside empty for now as I wanted to go out and get at least a couple of toxic dodos tamed straight away. I wanted to do this because hopefully they can start producing eggs for me in the meantime while I'm building out the rest of my greenhouse. So I marked a couple of low levels on the Dino Finder and headed out to tame them up. Oh wow, this guy's quick. Come here. Can I knock this out with a club? Alright, can I hit a bola? That's the question. What? I forgot toxic dinos did that. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I hope it doesn't kill my griffin. What am I doing? Please run away. Or circle me too, that works. Just please let me wake up. Oh, come on. Really? Yeah, there was nothing I could do but watch the dodo spit acid and literally taunt me as it killed me. Well, add another death to the counter. It's been a while since I died, I guess it was about time. After respawning, I hopped on the RG immediately and flew back to make sure my griffin was okay. I then picked up the dodo and carried it away so I could get my stuff and try that again. Okay, where is it? I'm gonna stay on the griffin for this one. I didn't know taming a dodo would cause me this much, I don't know, kind of just a headache. Oh wait, I'm out of balls. Oh, pause. Okay, thankfully I can pick it up. I meant to say I'm out of dino balls. Anyhow, I made the new dino balls and stored the toxic dodo in the terminal before going out to get a female as well. Okay, let's go grab this other dodo as well, hopefully with less incident than last time. See, taming a savage wyvern is really intriguing to me. But I don't know, I think I might just hold out until I can get like a berserk wyvern or something. I'm gonna have to get some pretty strong narcotics for that though. Or can even move. Pew! Got it. Didn't even have time to react. So good I am. Just don't play the clip of me getting knocked out by one of these guys like a minute ago. Please let me wake up. Okay, we'll have a very slow rate of toxic eggs being produced, but you know, it's something. Once we get more savage eggs in, I'll go out and tame some more toxic female toxic dodos, and then we can go straight to taming some more fun dinos like berserk dinos. I don't think I should skip another tier, like I don't think I should skip berserk and then go to whatever's next. because I just don't think I'll have the resources or funds to actually do that. When I returned to base and deposited the dodo, it was finally time to get the crop plots going in the greenhouse. So I pulled together all the wood that I had and threw it onto the RG and then headed out to get more by my favorite means. Might have to go pay a visit to my friends again. Hello, good tax-paying people, citizens of the Ark. I've come for your mandatory tribute. When I returned to the crib, I found 3 more savage eggs in the terminal, so I cooked up a couple of toxic kibble again and headed right back out to tame more dodos. The crop plots could wait for now. Whoa, who's this guy? Grenadier Mesopithecus, 100 million health. With that monstrosity in the area, I had no choice but to pick up the dodo and carry it about 100 feet away since it was blasting my griffin. Dude, this thing shreds. Oh, what is that thing? Warden Wyvern, 1.4 billion health. Oh wow, that is insane looking. Anywho, I tranked out the other toxic dodo as well before flying away from these literal demigods. Okay, now back to crop plots. Let's go get some thatch and fiber. There's tribesmen here. Okay, they don't have millions of health, so I'll kill them. Oh wait, these guys are kind of strong. Oh! Can I lead these guys off a cliff? Oh, whoa! Oh, they're flying up after me. Alright, that's a bit much. They are full on chasing me. You should not be able to fly up after me, bro. This is a bit much. I flew into the Viking Bay Cave on day 32 to get them off me, a plan that worked flawlessly. Surely I lost them, right? Yeah, I'm the goat. And after farming up a bunch of thatch and fiber, I could finally head back home and craft the crop plots. Okay, that's 16 crop plots made. Let's get them placed down real quick. There we go, there's that. And then let's get these resources inside base as well. All right, next we need stuff for water. So this is a raft, so it is going to be moving. So I think we're gonna need a water tank on here for sure, so we can move water with us. I made 1 tank and a couple of both taps and intakes. Oh, we got 3 skill points. Okay, sweet. Of course, we'll just put in the hot-blooded, it's the best. You just heal quicker. Unfortunately, I couldn't place the intake on the raft, so it actually had to go in the ocean. Alright, is it irrigating this stuff? Not irrigated. Looks like I might have to manually fill up this thing. So can I make canteens? Oh, what? Oh, I can just fill it by pressing E. Okay, well, this is slowly going up. Anywho, I crafted a shovel as well so I could till the soil on the crop plots for even better efficiency. Okay, these are slowly filling up. They're tilled. Now we need to get seeds and fertilizer. We'll probably just use feces. Okay, I'll probably tame a Phiomia and get medium animal feces. Like a level 95 will do just fine. That being said, I grabbed Supreme Parry and flew out to yoink the Phiomia so I could bring it back onto my raft. There, I bullet it and knocked it out, then fed it Mayho berries and crafted a saddle. I am, however, going to need stem berries and lots of them, so let's get to farming that. Oh no! Parry! Parry, come on, I'm determined to save you. No. Oh, I did it. I saved Parry. Parry, you are so lucky to be alive right now. Oh, that could have been so bad. That would have been catastrophic. So happy Parry did not perish. What? What? He's coming after me. He's coming after me. He got distracted. We gotta go. We gotta get on the raft and get out of here. I don't know. I've seen this. Sometimes dinos, they just they'll kill something, and then once they kill it, they'll just come after you. After landing on the raft, I cryoed Parry, which de-aggroed the wyvern, so I could continue doing my thing in peace. I fed a ton of the stem berries to the Phiomia and distributed the poop into all the crop plots before seeding them as well. And on day 33, I could see the returns of my passive income set up straight away. Oh, they're spitting out so many crops already. Okay, let's just get these into the fridge because I know I'm gonna forget to refill the water and then all of these are gonna die. So I need to get as many as I can just for kibbles. Okay, please tell me we had some toxic eggs produced during all that. No. It's unfortunate. I guess while I keep waiting, maybe we start making some narcotics, some strong narcotics. Let's just make berserk narcotics. We'll stick with that for now. The savage dodos also produced another batch of eggs for me, so I decided to go out and tame a couple more female toxic dodos. Oh! Holy damage, man. That is unnecessary. From a turkey with 3k health, almost doing more damage than it has health. That's insane. Oh, what? Are the velos chill? Oh, the velos are chill. Oh! They still scare me. Oh, 2 more female toxic dodos. Surely we'll get some toxic eggs soon. Okay, so still waiting for eggs to come in, unfortunately. I feel like I'm always waiting for eggs. I know I just made a bunch of trank darts, but yeah. Okay, so exactly what I thought. There are bullets, and these are very powerful tranks. Even better than darts, and they shoot way more accurately. Okay, these cost about the same as darts, and they're way better. So I need to make a fabricated sniper rifle, but if I make a vanilla Fabby, then it's not gonna be that good. And then I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of resources to upgrade it. So what I'm thinking is, there is the ice cave just up here on Ragnarok, and that's known for giving a lot of good loot. You can just kind of fly in and out. And then there is also the ice worm queen, I don't know, however you say her name. She's in there too, and I can probably bring my Dodo Rex inside, but I'm gonna get cold. Oh, I should tame a Pyromane if I can. That's not a bad idea. That'll keep me warm pretty much at all times. That's a good shoulder pet. A Pyromane was definitely something to consider if I wanted to go and kill the Iceworm Queen. But I first wanted to check the drops out in the cave's entrance to see if I could find anything worthwhile in there. Why are there beaver dams in the snow? Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna ignore that. And you can fly in here, and there's supposed to be a few loot crates. We'll see if they're actually spawning in for me, though. It's not looking good. Oh, wow. Okay, we're not looking good loot crate-wise, like at all. There's nothing in here. So let's go maybe try and tame a fire or a Pyromane, and then we'll use that. We'll come back, try and do the Ice Worm Queen a few times. I don't think there's much of a cooldown on it. And then hopefully we can pull a really good fabricated rifle from it. There was a slight issue though, and that was the fact that there were exactly 0 Pyromanes in the Dino Finder. But I did fly over to the volcano where they're supposed to spawn, and I did actually find one, a level 140 at that. Oh, yeah, see, there's one right there. See, why was it? Probably just because I haven't been over here yet. Anywho, I flew closer to the ocean as I would need the Pyromane there so I could drag it out into the water. And I'm gonna have to be extra careful while taming it since it really wouldn't be able to take on the modded creatures here. Luckily, the taming method doesn't require me to actually kill any of the creatures that I attack. I just have to keep setting them on fire repeatedly. 45. It's kind of bad. Whatever, it doesn't have to be that good. Come here. Got it. Okay, let's not get this thing killed. Is this just a normal Diplo? Yes. Oh, Toxic Mantis, no! It's gonna knock it out. No! I'm so close. I just can't get hit by the Mantis. It'll knock my guy out. Got it, got it. Get me out of here. That was a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. I did fly over to a couple of supply drops just on the off chance that either one would have a fabricated sniper inside. Got a Fabby perchance red drop with a ring? Nah, 25 polymer though, I'll take that. Oh, never mind. Back to the ice cave we go. Once inside, I crowd my Griffin and deployed the Pyromane to run down into the depths of this cave. Being able to shoulder the Pyromane and then throw it out again in the matter of a second was also really helpful when getting through the crouch point and other tight spaces. Oh, thank you. Just not interested in fighting. There's no point to fight them. Unless, of course, there was a red drop on the line, which in case I would take on all the death worms just so I could open it. What you got for me? Nothing great. Come on, fabricated sniper. I feel like I pulled them all the time in my other 100-day videos. Wow, those are awful Ascended boots. This sword is really nice though, I must say. Anyways, I made it to the big drop down, so I jumped off and threw out my Dodo Rex at the bottom since this is where the queen would appear. Oh, dude, this is gonna be a walk in the park. Okay, these are the red drops that I've been talking about. Please have a Fabby. Not looking good, gang. Not looking good. Assault rifle? No. Come on, I need a Fabby. No, a pump shotgun? No. It's a blueprint anyway. I'm never gonna craft that. See, but like, you see how easily I could get a Fabby from this? I also didn't need the artifact from here, so I just made my way out of the cave. Or tried to, at least. What? That seemed to fix it. Oh, wow. Don't want to go that way. Now, I did fly right back into the ice cave once again just to see the cooldown on the Iceworm Queen. I want to do this thing as many times as it actually takes for me to get that really good Fabby. Cooldown for 54 minutes. Okay, yeah. That's as I expected. Back at the crib, I looked into the terminal straight away and I finally had a few toxic eggs produced. So now I can turn those into berserk kibble. Yeah, I mean, I can make a whopping 1, but for anything I want to tame, it's gonna take like 6. On a side note, I did make a trophy mount to put the Iceworm Queen's head on. Bang! That's pretty aura. Wait, don't I have a broodmother head as well? Yes. Give me another. Bang! I'm not gonna lie, I am really digging this base. It is still built out of thatch though. That might be an issue. On day 35, I looked into making the industrial cooker since that was still on the agenda for the medical brews that I needed. I do have the metal, it's gonna cost most of my metal. So I should do another metal run, if anything, first. Little do you guys know, this is just an excuse to feed my addiction. I mean, what am I saying, little do you guys know? You guys definitely know. That is if I could even find my Anki, since for some reason it wasn't inside any of my containers in my base, nor was it thrown out on the deck of the raft. Well, that's not good. I'm like actually tweaking. Where could that be? I am searching every structure in my humble abode, and it's not here. What? How did I just misplace a whole Anki? Oh, it looks like I'm taming another. I checked the inventories of all my dinos too, but I just couldn't see it anywhere. I did also go out and grab a red drop with a ring, but it didn't have anything of interest inside. So when I returned, I just had to prepare stuff to go out and tame another Anki because I can't find mine. And after marking a level 150 on the Dino Finder, I flew out to it only to see that it was stuck in the mesh. I love this game. Luckily, there was another level 150 nearby, so I just flew over to knock that out instead. Oh, what? Who are you? Berserk King of the Desert? Yeah, it really makes sense for that to be here in the middle of the snow biome. But anyway, I quickly fed the Anki kibble and the tame helper, then cryoed it and dipped. Back at the raft, I crafted a new saddle, and approximately 4 seconds later, I found my old Anki in the storage box. I'm an idiot. It was right here. They didn't have an Anki icon. I just saw the little T-Rex looking guy. My Anki was right there the whole time. Okay, that's phenomenal. You can tell it's late at night when I'm recording this. Anyway, we won't let the late night shenanigans stop us. Let's go farm metal. I flew out to the Pelagornis Bay like last time, and I also found a few oil nodes. So I smacked those up as well, since you can just never have enough oil. Back at the base on day 36, I split all the metal into my forges to get them cooking again, and I looked at the other requirements for the industrial cooker. A little bit more oil, and then poly. Ooh, red drop with a ring coming down? Will it bless me with a Fabby? Probably not. Will I still put my hopes up? Yeah, I will. No, dude, assault rifle BP and then a shotgun. What a slap in the face, man. I want to see if relogging reset the boss cooldown timer. Kind of doubt it, but I want to see. Surprisingly, it did actually reset the timers, so I could just farm this over and over again. Now, I didn't have my Dodorex on me, but honestly, the queen wasn't that strong. So I decided just to go in and try and kill it with my Pyromane. We're bound to get a Fabby, bro, I swear. 600, dude, if I can get a Fabby like that, oh, it would make life so good. It would make life so good. Anywho, I dropped down into the boss arena, and soon the queen appeared. And I actually pulled out that Ascended sword that I had to smack up the queen, and it was doing decent damage, but nothing crazy. I mean, I still think I should bring the Dodorex. The sword's chopping it up, though. Okay, give me a Fabby. Just, oh, it's a blueprint, no! Okay, but that thing's really good. That might be craftable. At the very least, I got a slight upgrade to my long neck with basically double the damage. Okay, hold up. I gotta do some math here, so I gotta calculate if all these resources would be able to fit into a fabricator.
So, the paste is obviously gonna take up 32 slots, the fabricator has 70, and the paste is gonna take up 33. Metal fits in the stacks of 300, so that's gonna take up 8. So 41 slots.
No, so I can't craft this in a fabricator. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep going until I get a pre-crafted one. This long neck is super good though. So I flew back home to grab my Dodorex and leave the other stuff before flying right back to give the cave a few more shots at a good Fabby. It's saying cooldown for 54 minutes. So if I go back out of here, literally just relog real quick. And yeah, okay, it just says it's available. So is this kind of abusing it? Maybe a little bit, but like I'm not cheating the actual boss. I don't want to wait the cooldown. And also this is my video and I really don't care that much. This is legit enough for me. Come on, give me a crafted Fabby. Unfortunately, there was no sniper this time around either, so I gotta go again. But this time around, things went a little south as there were now bears in the cave, and not just any bears either. Oh! 60... Oh, it's a berserk. Please! Dude! It wouldn't let me put the heal in its inventory. I'm gonna freeze to death in here. Not good. I gotta get out of here. I had to pop my Dodorex and deal with the bears, since if I died in that entrance, I wouldn't be able to get my stuff back. So after killing that berserk bear, I ran back up and threw out my griffin to leave the cave. What is this? King of Desert. Oh, I bet that death worm died and it just gave me the loot. All this for still no toxic eggs. Oh, you use this to evolve Savage snail boss. Okay. So that's probably how I get better slime balls. I did have to go and get a new pyromane now though, since my first one met an unfortunate end in the cave. I think there's a bunch of tribesmen over here though. Let me kill them, see if I can't get any experience potions. So we'll tame a pyromane and then be able to put a bunch of levels into it. Yep, XP potions, taming cake, health potion. What else do we got? Med brews, food. There's so many of them. I killed a so-called chief as well, which had over 50,000 health, and it dropped some extra loot. Okay, that's all I need. So after dropping the loot off at base, I hopped on the Griffin and headed out to find me another pyromane. Once I located a 145, I dragged it out to sea, smacked it up a couple of times with my sword, and hopped on to start the taming process. Well, I mean, that was pretty easy. Okay, back to the ice cave we go. Let's try this again. Back at the cave on day 38, I deployed the pyromane and force-fed it a few XP potions to get its HP up a little bit. 20k health, that'll work. Necrotic dire bear, bro. Anyways, I was just rushing past everything, trying to get to the boss as quickly as possible, but I actually ended up finding exactly what I needed in a random cave drop. Oh, I got one just from that drop. I didn't even have to kill the Ice Queen. Yes! I mean, I'm still gonna kill the Ice Queen just because, but I got one, dude. So I dropped down into the arena once more and waited for the queen to appear so I could put a quick end to her life. None of the drops that spawned had anything interesting for me, so I left the cave for the last time and then flew back to base. Okay, just out of curiosity, what's it gonna ask for if I want to upgrade it? Yeah, okay, we're not upgrading it. Now on to the actual bullets that I would shoot from the Fabby. For now, the best I could do was berserk bullets, but I was pretty much out of blood and normal narcotics, meaning there was a little bit of farming ahead of me. Perfect. Okay, this is plenty for what I need. Okay, what I just did is, so toxic eggs are just still taking forever to spawn in. So what I did is I went into their Discord, talked to a few people, and went into another test world, and other people were running into the same issue, so I went into a test world and made the rates super quick for egg layers. So now a bunch more eggs should be spawning in. Toxic eggs are spawning, it just seems to be at a much slower rate. Whether that's on purpose or on accident, I'm not sure, but I should be getting some toxic eggs now. Anywho, I crafted the first batch of Berserk Advanced Sniper bullets. So obviously, I want to go out and test it on something. This should be putting out some wicked torpor. I think a wyvern would be a good test subject. Or maybe I just tame like a savage manticore in the meantime while I'm waiting. Toxic one maybe? Surely. Let me make some toxic kibble and then we'll go over and try and tame this. Who knows how this will go, to be honest. Well, hopefully it needs 5 kibble to tame. So I flew out to the Toxic Manticore on day 39 and saw that it had a humble torpor pool of just over 200,000. Oh, it takes 6. You can't be serious. Now that is some torpor. Oh, it's on me. Okay, I cannot get hit by this guy. Yeah, about not getting hit. Well, that's not good at all. And that's my pyromane dead as well. Add another death to the counter, I guess. At least I now knew that the Manticore was in fact strong enough to be used in combat effectively. I don't know, dude. The move to like knock out a Manticore like that might just be to let it get far away from you and then just unload the clip into it. Because once it gets close, you're donezo. Luckily, I was prepared, and the fact that my Fab Sniper that I had could knock it out in just about 5 shots. I just gotta get back and retrieve my body before the murder snow takes its toll on me. I need this wyvern to go away. And of course, since this is Ark, my body wasn't even on the surface anymore. Instead, it got meshed to some random texture below ground. So I had to manifest my greater powers to retrieve it. Anyway, let's tame another pyromane, because I just like having one on my shoulder. I found this 145 pyromane just pure in the snow, but there was also no water around for me to actually douse it in. I tried to smack it up with my sword though regardless, thinking that could work, but turns out that's not the case. You do actually have to extinguish its flames, otherwise it won't let you ride it. 150. 35 in the melee? Alright dude, I'm leading you off this. You're coming with me. Come here. Come in the water. I know you're made of fire, but come in the water.
No.
Yes. No! Why are you running? Since it was doused, I ran up to it and gave it a few love taps and then hopped on to start taming it. 52 in the melee? Oh wow, this thing's insane. I mean, not like it totally matters in this mod, but that's still crazy. Okay, let's go back to base. When I returned, there was still a whopping 0 toxic eggs waiting for me in the terminal. So I decided to take the dodos out of it and actually deploy them on the deck of my raft. Oh, see? There's an egg. Is the terminal the issue? There's another one. Is the terminal the issue? All right, you guys stay out here. The terminal has to slow them down. Oh, there's one right here. All right, poop out more eggs. Come on. I'm waiting here until I get like 6 berserk kibble. Yes. Okay, the terminal's picking them up. If I can get like 6 berserk kibble, I'm gonna go out and tame. I want to try and probably tame. Surely a berserk manticore. Yeah, I want to try and tame a berserk manticore because it'd be super strong. We'll see though. Anyways, after a few minutes of just sitting here and staring at my dodos menacingly, I looked into the terminal and I found 8 eggs waiting for me. So I threw those into the Supreme bench to cook more kibble. Like I literally just went AFK for a little bit. I was doing laundry, bro, waiting for these eggs to come in. I now have 6 berserk kibble. Oh, I have 7. I'm only gonna take 6 with me. So now I think I should be able to actually knock out a berserk manticore. It's just actually surviving the knocking out process. I actually brought my Anki with me since it was the only tame with a decent health pool that I could also pull out my gun on the back of. I then marked one of the manticores on the map and headed out to it. Oh, is it in the mesh? Why is it in the mesh? Okay, well, what else berserk can I tame? These guys are in the mesh too. Alright, disregard the voice crack. I did find this one dodo wyvern actually in the sky where it was supposed to be, but it had a whopping 700,000 torpor. Okay, realistically, how strong could it be? Let's get some stamina and then let's try this. Or how strong? I know it's gonna be strong. How fast is it? That's the question. It looks pretty freaking fast. We are right next to the desert though, and there's a bunch of caves and stuff in there that I could escape to if need be. That being said, I put a few bullets into it before it got too close, and I dove away from it and pretty much just repeated the process over and over. I actually managed to get it knocked out. However, there was a prime sabertooth and a deathworm boss about 20 feet away from it. So I'm gonna have to take my time and be smart about actually taming this. I think this is my chance. No! Oh, okay, it tamed. It tamed with the good stats, or the good levels. I'm so happy. Yes, dude. Please tell me this thing is strong. I crowed my griffin and hopped on the dodo wyvern to test it out straight away. Alright, what type of damage are we looking at? First, bite. 4,000. That's not overly impressive. Lightning? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not overly impressed here. I tried to attack that deathworm, but my lightning breath wasn't doing any damage to it. And there were also explosions right beside me, so I decided just to leave. A berserk whelping manticore right here. Like, this is cool. This dodo wyvern's cool, don't get me wrong, but I want the manticore. So let's go back, make more kibble, and we're coming back to tame this. While flying back to base, I pondered about actually taming a savage manticore first, just on the off chance that you can pull out weapons on the back of it. That would make taming the berserk manticore that much easier. I packed up a berserk lightning wyvern before making it back home on day 41. My forges were done smelting the metal that I had farmed by now, so I extinguished them before checking the terminal to see that I had 6 toxic eggs waiting for me in there. So let me make 6 savage kibble. Just raw fish meat, of course. I always am. Bang, okay. Go knock out and tame a savage one, and then we'll go for that berserk manticore. I flew back to where I'd last seen the savage manticore, as the Dino Finder really wasn't being that helpful. It was showing me that there were 3 savage manticores on the map, but I could only track one of them, and that one was stuck in the mesh. Spawns are acting very weird. And as I flew into the desert, I couldn't help but notice my game turning into somewhat of a slideshow. Why am I pulling such bad frames? I think we need a little relog. There we go.
Hi.
Oh, dude! I was checking my frames. Anyhow, I tracked down the berserk manticore again, and I devised a little plan of action before actually attempting to knock it out. Okay, so it's been established this thing is very fast and very strong. So I'm thinking maybe I shoot it once, maybe even twice. Then I need to find some hole to duck into that I can like go really far back in, and then hopefully it can't get in, and then I can just blast it. Let's look over here by the desert cracks. I'd really prefer to not lose this griffin, because after this I only have one more. I flew down into the actual desert crack, but I couldn't find anything that would work as good cover, so I'm gonna have to look elsewhere. About this. This is pretty it's gonna be too slim, unless I can somehow fit my griffin back here. See, like this would be perfect. The only issue was that the griffin was too big to fit inside, so I'd have to hop off, cryo it, and run all the way to the back before the manticore got to me. Do I want to try and even get better trank bullets? I think necrotics next. Those aren't gonna be easy to kill. Let's just shoot it once, book it, and see what happens, man. This might be doable. I could put a few extra shots into it as well, since the manticore's attention span is not the best, and it kept getting distracted on random creatures below. Just stay on the Dodic all you want, bro. Yes! Okay, we got a berserk score. What? What did I even fly into? Oh, don't tell me my manticore is gonna die. No. This is so bad. Dude, are we serious? 20,000 damage on that tick, by the way. I deployed my Dodo Wyvern and had to fly back as quick as possible to see what was going on there. What was I even killed by? Vampiric Sabertooth. Had to have been that guy right there. So I just need to make sure he doesn't set off any explosions. I landed by my stuff, grabbed everything, and I killed a random berserk hyena before checking on the manticore. No! Oh no, dude, it's dead. And judging by all the explosions right in front of me, I was about to join it in a second if I were to stay here any longer. What a punch in the nuts, man. Are we serious? Okay, well that's awful. That sucks. Maybe it's a sign I need to take a break from this. Let's tame berserk dinos that'll produce me eggs. Or berserk dodos a thing? Doesn't look like it. So what else can I tame that's berserk and will give me eggs? Dude, that's so sad. Defeated, I flew back to base and I looked at the Dino Finder to mark a few berserk compies, as that's what I wanted to use for my berserk egg production squad. With a few of them marked on my map, I headed out to the first one to try and pick it up with my Dodo Wyvern, which went something like this. Give me the compy. Oh, that's not... Dude, we can't be serious. We cannot be serious. I tried to pick the compy and I forgot it just breathes fire. Come on, man. Alright, well, screw these compies. I guess I'm taming griffins next because I'm going to be on my last one and probably going to lose it. Things were going so well. This griffin has been sitting in hibernation for quite a while, so it had a ton of levels on it. And after assigning those, I flew back to try and get my stuff, but that dodo was still around. So I had to park the griffin a bit farther away and try to sneak up on foot. Well, at least that went well. Let's go tame this griffin that I have marked. One thing I definitely needed to grab before going out to get said griffin were of course taming cakes. So I cooked up a few extra at the Supreme bench and then headed back out to knock out the griffin. I then threw out my Dodorex, mauled up some innocent bystanders, and then got the prime meat to actually tame the griffin. Go back to base, drop this griffin off, and then we'll get back to compies. Taming compies. Since I had a breeding pair of griffins again, I decided to throw out the other one as well and actually breed them. Let's make a dino ball storage too. Where can I put this? Right there. Okay, so I can put tames in here. I grabbed all the cryo dinos I had lying around and threw them into the dino ball storage before heading out to tame those compies. Ooh, berserk kibble? Really? Okay. Should be able to start getting some berserk eggs now. Instead of throwing the compies in the terminal, I decided I would leave them out on the deck of the raft as well, just in case the terminal was really slower at the egg production. Lay eggs. Egg lay. Lay egg. After a little bit of waiting around, staring at the compies and seeing no eggs drop, I figured it would help to get another female compy added to the squad. So I marked one on the map and flew over to tame it. I'm getting sick of this, dude. I am getting sick of this. I flew back on the other griffin on the very early morning of day 44, but the area was still not safe, which was apparent from the blinding amount of explosions on my screen. Surprisingly, my griffin was still alive in there, so I whistled it out and had one of them stay far away from the crime scene while I went back and snatched my corpse. And on the way back to base, I grabbed a red drop that had absolutely nothing useful inside apart from the singular medical brew. Lay it. Oh. Okay, they are laying eggs, which is good. Looking into the Supreme bench for the next tier of dinos I'm going to be after was the necrotic tier. But to make this tier kibble, I need berserk snail slime balls, as well as necrotic honey, which I'm yet to come across. How do you get honey? Hey, these guys are pooping out eggs pretty solidly. Oh, hold up. I've got to evolve my snail, meaning I have to kill bosses. So I already have one of these souls. So maybe it is time I finally try and tame a berserk like manticore or something. I did, however, have to do some research on all of this stuff, as I didn't really know what to expect from the upcoming bosses or the next tiers of dinos. So there is a guide starting to come together. I'll probably link it in the description of my video. So these bees, you have to kill them and then you can summon your own bee, and then you have to put a certain type of flower in their inventory. Yeah, okay. So you make the certain type of flower and that'll make the certain type of honey that you need for kibble. Okay, this is a cool mechanic. Anywho, back to taming. I still wanted to get a manticore, but I needed to farm up a bunch of sniper bullets again, as I was pretty much out. Okay, what are the odds I can kill necrotic things? I looked at the list of the necrotics in the Dino Finder, and I chose Argies, as they seem to be the easiest to deal with. And after queuing up a bunch of gunpowder, I headed out to try and kill said Argies. You know, depending on the torpor of this, oh wow. Wow, that was really smooth. Anyway, what I was saying, depending on the torpor of these RGs, it could be worthwhile to like knock them out and then kill them. It could be easier. Oh, never mind. Oh. This one RG specifically was in the middle of a dogfight with a toxic fire wyvern. So I kind of just stood back and watched until the wyvern pulled up on me. Go to sleep, bro. Speaking of sleep, I wanted to try and knock out the RG as well. So I shot a bullet at it, aggroed it, and then another one right between its eyes, and that alone was enough to send it crashing to the ground. See that only took 2. I could then deploy the Dodo Rex and just munch away at the sleeping bird, which gave me a solid 95 blood after killing it. Okay, we're cooking. So if we can do this like 2 or 3 more times, that would be good. That being said, I marked another low level on the map and headed over. Just like the first time, I aggroed it with a body shot, and then sent one through its dome to get it to fall asleep. Dude, that parrot's quick, but not quick enough. I might have to look into taming parrots. Because if I can hold a gun off the back of them, that would be pretty solid. Unfortunately, I ran out of bullets trying to trank out the last RG. So I had to go back to base and cook up more narcotics. So I need necrotic narcotics, so it takes 6 per narcotic, and it takes 1 ingot per. I'm trying to do some math here. So these bullets, these should be strong and deal some wicked torpor. So I got 40, that's pretty solid. Okay, let's go try and find another Berserk Manticore, and now hopefully this goes well. We know it's doable, we just gotta not die to some random explosion. I am very excited to see the amount of torpor these necrotic bullets do. Unfortunately, there were no Berserk Manticores on the Dino Finder, so I'd have to go and search for them the good old-fashioned way by just flying around and hoping to run into one. This one? That's where it's gotta be. Yes! It is. I landed for stamina before taking off to the sky again and scoping in on the flying beast. Dude, why is it so fat? 38 points in the melee, dude. This thing's crazy. These necrotic bullets are so good. No, it's not going for my manticore, is it? Dude, get away from my manticore. You too. Oh, it takes a saddle to ride. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy we have one, bro. These necrotic bullets are insane. They're so good. Let's get back to base and get this thing a saddle, dude. Oh, this makes me so happy. When I returned, I stored the Dodo Rex away as I probably wouldn't need it anymore. And I cooked up a saddle for the Manticore so I could take it out on a test drive. Oh, I can't shoot off the back like I thought. Oh, that's disappointing. Whatever, man. This thing's still strong. I fed it a few XP potions and pumped its health up a bunch since I did not want this thing to die to some random explosions that I wouldn't even be able to see. So what type of damage are we doing? Because 50 points in the melee is pretty solid. 6,000 damage a bite, that's what I'm talking about. What other attacks do I have? Is that it? I did have some sort of a tail swing attack as well, but I couldn't actually get it to do damage for some reason. Tail attack doesn't do anything, what? Oh, that did. Why does it not harvest anything? That's really annoying. I mean, it's a powerhouse though. Yeah, overall, I was expecting a bit more from this thing. The flight speed and attack damage on the regular bite were okay, but there weren't any special attacks. And for some odd reason, I couldn't eat dead dinos for raw meat or blood or hide. Okay, well I guess this thing's just gonna be my powerhouse for killing things. Speaking of killing, I did a tiny bit of research on the next 2 bosses. They were the so-called King of the Swamp and King of the Grasslands. So I marked both of those on the Dino Finder and headed out to try and kill them with the Manticore. Just really wish it harvested blood and stuff. Oh, it's in here, what? It really doesn't have that much health. Oh, it grounds you. I did pop a healing potion just to be safe, but the boss got absolutely mopped by the Manticore. I mean, well, that was easy. We'll be able to upgrade our snail. Since we are going to upgrade our snail, though, I don't think it'll be making too many more of the savage slime balls. So I'll put some berries into it. We'll get a bunch of savage slime balls. I mean, we won't need too much more for this playthrough, and then we can upgrade it and not have to worry about it. I pretty much just grabbed a bunch of berries from my Phiomia and threw them all into the snail's inventory so it could do its thing. On day 46, I flew over to the so-called King of the Swamp, and that one actually had 5.4 million health. Are they all like that? Why are the other ones so weak compared to this guy? 6.2 million? What? Why are these ones so much stronger than the other 2 bosses? Let me at least be smart about this. We'll go back to base, we'll finally make a cooker, we'll make some medical brews, and then we'll make a bunch of health potions, just to be smart. Back at the crib, I did a little bit of sorting before crafting a chainsaw. I still needed polymer, and I could get a bunch from that from killing and harvesting a Carcinos with it. But first, I actually had to feed my Manticore, since it was starving due to it not being able to harvest meat for itself. So after smacking up the corpses on the beach, I hopped back on and headed out to the crab cave. Yay, back at this cave. Is there a crab? Yes. Not really an issue though. Oh, okay, that was a really solid amount. But then there are also these bushes here, which I'm pretty sure if I just whip out my sickle, yeah, these give polymer as well. And a bunch of it too. I was stocked up beyond need in just a few seconds, so I hopped back on the Manticore and flew home. And on day 47, I threw everything I needed into the fabricator and crafted the industrial cooker. So now with this, we can make medical brews. Oh, these health potions require 1 medical brew each, and then just blood and crystal, as well as mayo berries. I already had a decent amount of medical brews in my fridge from killing the NPCs, so I could cook up a few healing potions straight away. Oh, it crafts 2 at a time, that's nice. Okay, boom, we've got a solid amount of heals here, so let's go try and take down this king of the swamps. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous though. Yeah, I'm gonna fight this one. I know one of the other king of the swamps has a little less health, but this one's in the safest area, as there's a nuclear Sarco. We'll sure find out. Oh, what the? Oh, but I can fly. Why did it launch me upwards, though? Why is it launching me in the air? Not really sure what was up with this boss, but I got in a few hits this time before I got launched up again. I mean, this'll work. It's just this is gonna take forever. Is this even, like, worth doing, bro? Did I just tame a berserk something else? Surely a broodmother's stronger, right? Yeah, fighting something that randomly sent me into orbit was a little less than optimal. So I'm gonna have to go and tame another berserk to actually fight this. There was a broodmother here in the swamp, so I checked that out before also flying out to a Dodo Rex to compare their stats. 30 points in the health, that's very solid. Let's go get 5 berserk kibble for it. I also crafted a saddle for it straight away. I then made sure I had XP potions on me and hopped on the griffin to fly back and tame it up. Bang. What? Oh, that's a berserk dodo saddle. I didn't make the Dodo Rex, I'm an idiot. Actual buffoon, bro. Surely I'm fine. I pumped its health up to 500,000 and then dumped the rest of the points into melee. And then of course I ran back to the Sarco to finish the fight. How much damage are we doing? Solid damage. Okay, let's try this. Are you gonna launch me in the air? Ooh, maybe I do need the saddle. I need the saddle. It's not launching me in the air, which is good. I just need the saddle. That being said, I had to fly back home again to craft the actual Dodo Rex saddle this time. There we go, Dodo Rex saddle. Is this possible to upgrade? No, it's modded. Can't do that. Okay, like a millionth times a charm, bro. We're gonna get this. I flew back to the random rock in the ocean, deployed the Dodo Rex, and I swam right into battle again. I could just circle it and it can't hit me. No way. Man, I need an auto clicker. Finger already hurts. Too big for your own good, dude. This is what you get for having like 5 million health while your other boss friends have like 80,000 that can kill in 8 bites. Who are you? Anyhow, I basically just gave myself nausea and carpal tunnel by circling this giant Sarco while spamming left click on my mouse for a solid 10 minutes. Oh, wow, finally. That took forever. That was like 10 minutes of walking in circles, doing nothing but clicking. Okay, well, with these 2 souls and the other one I have back at base, I should be able to upgrade my snail. So we've got upgraded slime balls, and then I've got to look into killing bees and getting my own bees so I can get the certain honey that I need. After returning to base, I grabbed the Deathworm soul as well and then put them all into the snail's inventory. However, the option to evolve it was no longer there. My guy doesn't have the thing in your inventory where you can upgrade him. Might have to tame a new one. Shouldn't be hard. I think I'll need to anyway because I think I still need savage slime balls. So I ran out to the nearby beach and killed the random spectators that happened to live there. I then summoned in another snail so I could abuse a left click on my mouse once more. Bang, so here's the tameable one. I then ran back home, grabbed the savage kibble, and tamed up the snail as day 49 rolled around. Okay, here we go. It's tamed. Now let's put these in. Yes, and we can make it the berserk version. Oh, there we go. Bang. As with the savage one, I could also make this snail smaller by feeding it some berserk blood and hide. So I quickly packed up a couple of nearby berserk dinos and made it shrink in size. Small berserk Achatina. I swam back to the raft and threw out the new snail next to the other one. And of course, I gave it some berries to start the berserk slime ball production. And now, what do we need for necrotic kibble? Just the necrotic honey. So I gotta kill a necrotic bee, I'm pretty sure? There were quite a few close by, so I hopped on the manticore and flew over to throw hands. Okay, it's dead. What did I get? Use this potion to summon a tame bee. Okay. For some reason, the bees weren't fighting back and were kind of just taking the beating from me. So I decided to pack up the Dark God bee as well to see if I would get anything interesting from that. I mean, okay, I've got my own Dark God Beast Summoner now. Hello, who are you? Prime one. I might as well kill it. They don't fight back, dude. I might as well. Back at base, I literally just used the consumable that I got, and a whole tamed giant bee popped into existence that I could ride on as well. Dude, this thing's like really loud. Yeah, but here we got necrotic honey. To make said honey, I needed necrotic rare flowers, and those are crafted at the Supreme bench by combining regular rare flowers with necrotic blood. Anyways, I summoned the other two bees as well, and I moved them behind the greenhouse. The noise they make while flying is really annoying, so I'm trying to get them as far away from my base as possible. Back to getting the necrotic blood though. I marked another RG on the map and headed out to kill it with the manticore. When I got back, I grabbed some rare flowers, turned them into necrotic ones, and then finally fed those to the bee. Crafts super quick. And with that, I had everything to make the first few pieces of necrotic kibble. Bang, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Necrotic kibble. Looking through the Dino Finder to see what necrotic tames I could actually tame, I eventually settled on a dire bear. So I headed out to see how strong those are. 1.2 million torpor? I mean, I guess I'm... Oh, wow. Will that send it to sleep? Oh yeah. I did forget to bring taming cakes, so I went back to base to grab those as well as the saddles so I could test the bear out straight away. Dang, screw it. Let's see how strong this thing is. Oh wow, okay. This thing is very strong. Oh boys, we're cooking with gas now. This thing's insane. The breath attack is so good, dude. This thing is insane. This thing is actually insane. I could pretty much just pull up and breathe on anything in my path and I would kill it pretty much instantly. And of course, I put more levels in to make this thing even more powerful. So after my short XP farming run, I threw the manticore back out and flew back down to base to see what boss I had to kill next for the upcoming tiers of dinos. Oh, I can take... Yeah, so I need necrotic eggs. And then after that, I don't think I need eggs. I need herbs. Or herbs, I don't know. Oh, then you need like honeys. I don't know how to get the herbs. Anywho, that would be a future problem for a future me. For now, I've got to worry about the necrotic boss for which I can actually make the summoner already. So I crafted it and headed out to the Pelagornis Bay to spawn it in. Oh, it's a rock golem. Oh, it's a fast rock golem. I could probably take it on with my necrotic bear. I just wanted to get it leveled up a bit more though, so I marked some toxic tribesmen on the map and headed over to pack them up for the XP potions. All in the melee. Most of these NPCs were just stuck in the air for some reason, so I actually had to build a ramp up to them. But I did get a bunch of XP out of it as well as some new armor. I then even marked some berserk tribesmen since those have a ton more health, but I could definitely take them down with this bear. These are some funny sound effects. Oh, berserk Bigfoot saddle? Okay, now these guys are dropping really good loot. Large XP potion, hold up. Okay, I've pretty much maxed out the XP I can get on this guy. That being said, it was time to try and take down the rock golem boss, but I first made a quick pit stop back at base to drop off some loot. Okay, let's go give this thing a try. 79 million HP. Something slight, I guess. That was sarcasm if you couldn't tell. Okay, let's go do this. Oh, I'm on fire. We gotta go, we gotta go. What is that? How are you supposed to survive that? Yeah, I might have underestimated this thing just a little bit. Not only did he heal, but he also dealt an insane amount of damage per second with that attack. Okay, so there was a whopping one video, which was actually pretty helpful, so I'm not gonna dog on it. There was one video on how to defeat this guy. Basically, he had a necrotic aloe, and he summoned the boss like out in the highlands where there's a bunch of open space, and basically you just have to avoid the like green fireballs that he rains down on you, because as we saw, that's what does most of the damage, because you just get lit on fire. So basically what the move is, you have an aloe or a necrotic aloe, and then you bite it and use whatever spit attack that it has, and you just keep moving backwards. It's really, the name of the game is just avoiding the fireballs that it drops. So step one was of course to go out and tame a necrotic aloe. Luckily both of the ones on the map were level 150s, so I cooked up some extra necrotic kibble and headed out to actually tame them. Step two would be to get a saddle, for which I need more necrotic hides, so I marked another RG for death. Back at the raft on day 52, I threw everything into the Supreme bench only to realize I needed even more hide. So let's put the dire bear away. Also, I think I need the necrotic boss. Oh, I need more hide for that, bro. Oh, let's level up this aloe at least. 2 milli health, and then straight melee. I swam over to the beach to do some quick testing on the local population of less significant dinosaurs. And I also wiped out a gang of berserk tribesmen before tracking down some necrotic bulldogs for hide. I then made my way back to the raft, sorted out my inventory, and I brought out Perry for a little bit of lawn mowing so I could make more healing potions. Bang, okay. I think we're ready to try this boss again. With a new summoner made, I also cooked up some kibble as I was pretty sure the rock golem would spawn a tameable version of itself after death. Alright, let's go out to the highlands where there's a bunch of flat area we can just walk around and fight this thing. I think this is going to be a long and tedious boss fight, but you know, we've got to do it. We've got to get it out of the way. Alright, I think it's safe. Let's spawn it in. Oh, this one has a little less health. That's good. Let's see if this strategy works. Just get back, avoid the fire. This is working. Yeah, he hits me away from the fire, bro. This is actually working. And this is gonna take forever, but this is working. The boss design's pretty cool though. It's like a rock golem with bones on him. I did get jumped by a tribe of NPCs mid-boss fight, but they were kind of just a nuisance. They didn't really do any damage to me. But the boss fight itself was pretty simple. I just kept walking backwards, turning around every now and then, popping a heal, and slowly chipping away at the boss until it finally collapsed. Finally, man. Oh. There's the tameable one, but it has way less health. What's up with that? To actually tame this greedy golem, I needed a whole 10 necrotic kibble, so I had to fly back home to cook that up. Okay, back to tame the rock golem, which has 100 armor saddle, by the way. It's kind of crazy. Bang. Sure enough, it's gonna eat all 10 kibble. This thing better be strong, man. I mean, these stats already are pretty strong. 30 points in the auction, that's always great. Once again, that was sarcasm. Bang. Okay. I threw the saddle on it and wanted to test it out before putting any levels into it. So I ran up to a random BIGDAWG and smashed it into the ground. Okay, that's pretty strong off rip. So what other attacks? Got boulder throw, and then this drops the fire, which I'm assuming is super strong. And unlike my manticore, this could actually farm resources from corpses. I did also spot a toxic bronto, so I want to test out the fire attack on an actual target. Okay, get it right up next to it, throw a rock at it, doesn't do much damage, but then the fire obliterates it. Okay. And that's before I put any levels into it, by the way. So I fixed that real quick before making it chug a few large XP potions. Oh, dude, this thing is so strong. Anyhow, I flew back home to look into the next tier of dinos, which would be the Grenadier. I still actually had no clue how to actually get the herbs that I would need for the tier after. But for now, I had to go out and actually tame a few more necrotic egg-laying dinos. Of course, I need those for the Grenadier kibble. And looking at the list of creatures, RGs looked like to be the best bet. So I marked a few of those, cooked up the kibble, and then headed out. Dude, okay, I think it's about time that I make another raft to start storing dinos on that I'm gonna have out for egg layers. Luckily, farming that up with the insane tools I now had access to was a walk in the park. Once again, let's hide the sail, and now let's try to park this next to my raft as best as I can. Yeah, it's a little funky walking between rafts, but it's not that bad. Anywho, I threw the necrotic RGs out to start the necrotic egg production process, and I could soon cook up the very first Grenadier kibble. Oh, there's one. I don't think that's gonna do me too much. But I do want to go try and... I don't think you knock them out with tranks. I think you kill them and then a tameable one spawns. Yes, see, they're bosses, so surely you kill them and then a tameable one spawns. I marked a dodo that was just up north of the Viking Bay and flew over to see if I could take it down with my rock golem. 116 million health? What? I mean, I have health potions on me. I should be alright. So, on day 56, I pulled up to the dodo not thinking much of it. But I should have because I got completely incinerated in the span of about 2 seconds. Oh, whoa. Like that? That's how I lose my boss? How are you supposed to kill that? Really? Alright, I need this dude to get away. We're just camping my body. I'm gonna go like shoot it with a gun to get its attention. I grabbed one of the Ascendant long necks that I had and a bunch of bullets for it and returned to put one into the dodo from afar. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Surely I can snag my body now, right? Okay. So I did a little research like right after I died because I was like, how do you kill that thing? And the one video, there's just this one dude who has a few videos on how to take down these bosses so far. The one video that I saw, he had the rock golem, but he cheesed it. He just stood above it, like on a cliff, where the dodo couldn't shoot it, but he could drop the green fireballs down on it. So we're gonna have to retame the rock golem, which I am not excited for. That took so long last time. Unfortunate, but what can you do? I'm determined to beat this mod, man. That being said, I first had to cook up another 10 necrotic kibble and some trank bullets to knock out the golem. That also cost me some blood, meaning I no longer had enough to make the actual boss summoner. So I gotta go out and kill another RG. Okay. I flew out to the same part of the highlands last time and got to work. After a long process of getting the rock golem to about half of its health, I noticed something far more dangerous approach and shoot at me.
Hello there.
No! There's a dodo. No! It's right behind the guy. I just gotta run. Oh, I'm so lucky I was paying attention there, bro. I have not been paying attention for the past minute. Okay, I think it's back there. Yeah, it's staying back there. Anywho, a lot of green explosions later, the golem died once again. So now I can knock out and tame the new one that spawns in. Word. I downed a bunch of XP potions on the golem and leveled it up. This time I only put 4 million into health since I had to cheese the grenadier dodos anyway. This thing should be very strong. How much are we hitting for? That Procoptodon just avoided everything. Surely we're hitting for enough. Alright, so now we can just turn right back around and try and take out a grenadier dodo. We just gotta find like a pillar or a cliff or something where I can just stand above it and then rain down green fire on it. There were plenty of dodos to choose from, so I marked one in the Pelagornis Bay and flew over to see if I could cheese it. I let it off the cliff and then threw up my golem to try this once again, but this time from a safe distance. Are those gonna hit? Those aren't even getting close. So on day 58, I flew a bit closer onto this ledge and I actually got it to work. I mean, this will work. It's dying. It's just taking forever. But I'd rather it take forever than not happen at all, you know? Eventually, I found the best spot where most of the fire was hitting it. So I just started raining hell on the dodo and it actually ended up dying faster than I expected it to. Bang, dude, it's dead. So what did this get me? Can be used in the Grenadier Factory? What? Oh. Place your boss tokens here to produce progression item. Oh, I wonder if this is how you get herbs. Oh, we gotta go. These should produce some wicked darts. Back at the crib, I placed the Grenadier Factory down, and it was literally just like a mini red obelisk. Grenadier herb. Oh, what? You've got to kill all of them to get the herbs? Oh, man, that's gonna be annoying. Well, I mean, I really don't have any other option. So I need Dodic, Spino, Bigfoot, and Monkey. I'm assuming I'm just gonna have to cheese them all as well. Anyways, looking at the Dino Finder, I noticed that there was a new Grenadier Dodo on the list. And of course, it didn't have a boss tag next to its name. So I flew over immediately to check it out. I don't know how, it just like completely slipped my mind. Like I knew it was gonna spawn a tameable version. 10 million torpor? It's one Grenadier kibble. Okay, that thing's super strong, but 10 million torpor is insane. I flew back home to see the Supreme bench once again, and it turns out there actually aren't any Grenadier narcotics or bullets for the rifle. So I'm stuck with using the necrotic ones for now. Surely this is enough to deal 10 mil torpor, 40 bullets. Oh wait, also I need to make a kibble for it. Okay. Oh yeah, about 1 million torpor a shot, and I think it's stuck. Bang! Do I need a saddle? No. Can I get a saddle? Yeah, okay, I can. I definitely want to. Just 6.2 million health. Of course, 47 points in the oxygen. That's phenomenal. Anyways, I flew back home to make said saddle for the dodo before taking it out to do some leveling and testing. Okay, so it's not fast, but it doesn't need to be as long as it's heavy hitting. What's the bite do? 100,000. That's just some slight. Okay, looks like I only have the bite and then shooting rockets. You did not just eat those health potions. It picked up the dodo. It just ate my best health potions. Are we serious? Wow, that's unfortunate. Alright, anyway, let's go look for some tribesmen. We'll start killing them with the dodo, hopefully get some XP potions from them. So, on day 59, I marked a necrotic tribe of NPCs on the map and flew over to see what those guys had to offer. Holy, there's so many. I'm always down for a little test run. I wonder if I'm gonna get the XP potions if I use the range attack, though. Oh, I will. Bang. Literally. Bang, boom, all of the explosions. Oh. Whoa, okay, we got some good stuff there. Let's go try and kill these necrotic minions, see what they give, and then we'll go around and try and start killing more Grenadier bosses with this Grenadier Dodo that we have. 30 million health? Maybe we just try shooting from the cliff. Oh, here they come. Oh! 30,000 a swing. 30,000 a swing. Not good. We gotta go. We gotta go. How are you supposed to kill these guys? They were pretty easy to get away from even on the slow dodo, but 30 million health and that damage was kinda crazy for the necrotic tier. So I left them alone for now and instead returned to the main objective being the Grenadier bosses. I marked a Bigfoot on the map and flew out to see if I could cheese it from anywhere nearby. Wondering if I can't shoot down from this cliff, maybe? We'll try it with the dodo. Is that really not hitting the Bigfoot? Oh, that definitely hit it. I feel like the golem's gonna be better in this situation. The dodo couldn't really aim down and shoot below itself, so I had to switch back to the golem. And to be fair, it was also really strong at melting away the enormous health pool that these Grenadier bosses actually have. Bang. Just like that. The tameable version of the Bigfoot appeared straight away too, so I had to be super careful harvesting the corpse. Oh, his chainsaws. What? Bang. Okay, 3 more grenadiers to go. The next one I marked was a Dodic, and I flew straight over to kill it. It was also in the perfect area for me to do so, as there was this convenient ledge right above it for me to stand on. And of course, I would throw the rocks down and yeah, it would get obliterated. Here we go, now we're catching our stride. The endless fiery balls of death continued into day 60, and the Dodic actually balled itself up, so it took less damage, but that did absolutely nothing for its survival but postponed the inevitable. There we go. That took too long. Alright, what do I need now? Mesopithecus and the Spino. There was a Mesopithecus really close by, so I flew over to deal with that next. Oh, that's... Oh, what? He just fell into the mesh. That's not happening. Come back here. You're mine. You ain't going into the mesh. Anywho, I hop on the golem and killed the Grenadier Mesopithecus, leaving only the Spino now. Bang. Okay, that's dead as well. And there were a few of those in the canyon, so I flew over there. Surely I can stand like right here with my rock golem. Hit it with the rock, grab its attention. Oh, what? Alright, it's dying, but why is it shooting back? None of the other ones have shot back, and I'm pretty high above this guy. Luckily, the shots weren't hitting me, so I could wrap this one up. Bang. Okay, that's all of them dead. Okay, so I've got all the tokens, and it's immediately crafting Grenadier Herb. Oh, they stay in there forever and just infinitely craft them. Oh, that's sick. Wait, so what? Is Prime next? Is that the next tier of dinos? Yes. I looked through the Prime dinos on the dino tracker and the Sabertooth looked to be like my best bet. So I marked one of those and flew out to it. So I think I just want to tame Prime ones and get them out of the way, like immediately. And then I want to get like nuclear stuff because it just seems way stronger and it's way cooler. Example A. Okay, here it is. These guys look pretty sick. I don't know if they have explosions though. One way to find out was to pop out my rock golem and get its attention. I basically just killed it to get the blood from it before flying back home to look at the kibble and the boss summoners. Okay. So these guys, Nuclear and Vampiric don't take prime eggs anymore. So they need prime herbs. So is there a prime boss or prime bosses that I have to kill? Yeah, here they are. Okay. So there's only 3. It's not bad. Start with a Ferox, and then we'll just use the blood and hide I get from killing that, I guess, to summon these other 2. That being said, I flew out to Pelagornis Bay on day 61 and spawned the Ferox in to see if I could cheese it from above. I threw my rock golem out as usual, and I started raining green fire on it, which worked out perfectly as always. Dude, this thing's getting destroyed. That was so easy. Killing that gave me another structure, being the Prime Factory. And after jumping down the smack of the corpse, I was slightly disappointed to see that I only got a little bit of Prime blood and no hide. Anyways, when I got back to the raft, I picked up the Grenadier Factory and placed both of them down by the greenhouse. Looking at the other 2 bosses, I just needed some prime hide to craft the summoners. So I marked a Sabertooth on the map, killed it, flew back home, and made the prime Spino summoner. Just like the Ferox, I flew over to Pelagornis Bay to spawn it in, and I then rained endless fireballs on it from above. Dang, dude. Another one. Oh, what? That guy doesn't give hide either? A little unfortunate, but it's really not that big of a deal as I can always just pack up another wild prime dino. Nuclear bee summon. I don't know where I got this. Did I accidentally kill one? I mean, I'm gonna need it, so I'll take it. Alright, one more prime dino. Prime mammoth. Let's do it. It's nice and close. Smacking that up gave me a ton of hide and blood, so I could fly straight back to base and craft the final prime boss summoner. Broodmother. Okay, let's go knock this out. Kill it. Y'all know what I meant. This one had even less health than the other prime bosses for some reason, but I was not going to complain as that was all 3 of this tier's bosses defeated, unlocking the next one. So I think this means we can make either nuclear or vampiric kibble. I really want nuclear dinos just cause of how cool they look. I don't really care for the vampiric ones. When I returned, I tossed the final token into the Prime Factory to kickstart the herb production. Now looking into the Supreme bench, I just needed to get some nuclear blood so I could craft the nuclear rare flowers which are used to make nuclear honey. And with that, I could finally cook up nuclear kibble and tame something truly powerful. Nuclear broodmother, I'd like to kill that. That'd give a ton of resources. Before heading out, I crafted another fridge to store my crops in since my greenhouse kind of died off due to me not watering it all the time. And then let's go kill this broodmother. What the? How many are there? If I can kill all of these, that would be insane. This time, I decided to pull out the dodo and just rain rockets on all the broodmothers down below. And it worked pretty well until they all stacked up under the cliffs, so I had to switch to my golem regardless. Get back here. Oh, get back here. I can hit y'all now. There's just so many things they're aggroing onto. One of the nuclear ones ended up dying somehow, so I swooped its corpse with the griffin real quick for a crisp 101 nuclear blood. Oh, they can power up and power down? Dude, these nuclear dinos are gonna be so strong once I get my hands on them. I landed on this pillar to try and get to the other two as well, but that ended up backfiring as their attacks actually ended up reaching up here, meaning it was instant wraps for me and my griffin. No, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, not good, not good. This is not good. Oh, no. Please let my golem survive. I really did not want to lose my golem again, so I quickly made a dino ball and flew back on my manticore to save it. Oh, my body's in the mesh. I did have to use the forbidden powers in order to get my stuff back, but after retrieving everything, I could get back on my golem and try that again. No, I should probably just go to a higher pillar to be safe. On day 63, I got revenge on the nuclear Sarco that killed me, and I got a bunch of blood and hide in return. I did try to kill the last remaining nuclear broodmother as well, but it was too close to the pillar and it could hit me. So I decided just to pack it up and leave before risking adding another death to the counter. So nuclear flowers, let's make like 12, surely. And then is there any difference between, okay, so vampire and nuclear are like the same thing. So I'm gonna need another griffin. And I'm also gonna need better tranks. These things have like 90 million torpor. Fire. So after this, there's just Hellfire then Dark God. So we're moving up the tiers here pretty well. Okay, I think we might actually have to do some farming. We haven't farmed in a minute, gotten by well without it. On that note, I picked up my Savage Dodic that has been on quite the vacation, and I brought it out to smack up just a little bit of stone. It's more than I need. When I returned, I looked into making a chemistry bench as well, so I queued up the electronics I was missing, and in the meantime, I went out to get the crystal. Here we go, chem bench. This will make crafting gunpowder easier and more efficient. So, nuclear narcotic. Gotta do some good math here. Wait, what? Nuclear narcotics aren't a thing. Okay, well, I've got to go kill vampiric things now. That's a kick in the nuts, dude. An unfortunate realization, but definitely not something that would foil my plans. So I marked a vampiric Spino on the map and headed out to kill it. Oh, what? No. Corrupted Dark God Rock Elemental. Oh, is that gonna come hit me? Yeah. How does he hit me up here, man? These things are crazy. Okay, we're hitting him. The Spino did have a weaker attention span, but I did end up killing it. So I jumped down to harvest it up for a ton of blood, making this whole side quest definitely worth it. Oh, yes, that was such a good amount of blood. On day 64, I flew back to base to do some quick math, so I could figure out how much blood I would actually need to invest into making ingots and how much of it I could turn into narcotics. I might put this in the ChatGPT so I can make the most efficient amount. Okay, ChatGPT just clutched up, so I'm gonna put 48 in here. I should be able to make a solid amount of narcotics. Okay, now, bullets. I need these vampiric bullets to be solid. Like, they've got to do a few million torpor each. Bang, dude. Okay, so now we need actual kibble. My nuclear bee produced the honey for me, so I grabbed that and I cooked up 6 kibble before looking at the Dino Finder to see what I could tame. What's gonna be good? What's gonna be good? I think I want to try an aloe, because they're maneuverable. They probably spit something good. I think I want to tame an aloe first. I had to throw out and level another griffin since the last one met an unfortunate demise. But soon, I was off to trank out this 145 nuclear aloe. Oh, yes! Yes, that's what I needed. 10 mil torpor a shot. That's what I'm talking about. Hold up, is he fighting the tribesmen? You better not be fighting tribesmen, dog. I think he was, but they're dead now. Bang. Waking up in 4,000 hours. Hey Siri, how many days is in 4,000 hours?
4,000 hours is 166.67 days.
6'7". Wow, okay, this dude's waking up in like 6 months. That is if I didn't feed it some tame helper and a bunch of kibble, of course. Once it tamed up, I cryoed it and flew back home to see if I could make a saddle for it. Nuclear hide, and I'm probably missing nuclear ingots. I threw some blood into the forge to cook those up, and in the meantime, I headed out to kill a nuclear Sarco for hide. Bang! That's what I'm talking about. Please give me a good amount of hide. Oh yeah, that's good. Back to base, let's make this aloe saddle and take this thing on a test drive. Alright. Let's go see what we're hitting for, man. This thing is huge and it looks sick.
Now that's a lot of damage!
A bite does over 1 million damage. This is what I want to see, dude. As for the breath attack, I spotted an unsuspecting prime defense unit, so I pulled up to spit some bars. Oh yeah, so very good. Oh, here we go. So who are these? These are just berserk ones. How are you alive? I got a nice Ascended helmet upgrade as well as a new sickle. But more importantly, I got a bunch of XP potions, which of course I put all into the melee stat. So what type of damage are we doing with a bite now? Wow, 3 million with a bite. That's absurd. I kind of want to fight another nuclear or vampiric dino just head on. I swear I can take it. I did stumble into the tameable Grenadier Dodoc that I left here when I killed the boss. So I packed that up as well before pulling up to an actual vampiric aloe. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay, you gotta have heals in its inventory, man. Whoa, where are my heals? Oh, I totally just dropped them in an item cache when I was killing berserk tribesmen. I really do not want to start farming new heals again. So I pulled a little trick by lowering my foliage qualities so I could see the bags on the ground better and started looking around for it. Okay, I rewatched the footage. I think I know just about where I was at. Oh, I think it's right here. Is it? No. Oh, it is. It's right there. I see it. Let's not do that again, okay? Anywho, I fixed my graphic settings and continued the carnage around the land for vampirics, and I even pulled up on a Hellfire Ravager. This is scary, but it's dying. Oh, I'm taking damage now. It's still taking damage. I can kill this. I can kill this. Let's just not be stupid. I don't even know where it's... Oh, it's running up to me. I can so kill this. It's dead. It's dead. That wasn't bad at all. That wasn't bad at all. Just like that, I got my hands on some Hellfire blood. And this can be turned into even crazier narcotics and tranks. Anyways, I made my way back home on the morning of day 66, and I looked into the next set of bosses I would have to fight my way through. So these are the wardens. That's Supreme Warden. What's this? Hellfire boss, Spectral Warden. So I gotta be able to kill a Dark God. So I probably do need to tame something Hellfire. Hellfire honey. I can make this kibble like right away. I made a few of those Hellfire flowers, but I also gotta get a Hellfire bee, which I didn't have yet, and I needed to actually get the honey. Let's go get one of those. Oh, I have one. I've already killed one. Hello. So that was real convenient. I parked it by the other bees and gave it the flowers for honey, but I couldn't actually get the Hellfire kibble just yet as I needed Warden herbs. And the Warden tier was the tier before Hellfire. So I cooked up a bunch of Warden kibble before looking at the summoners once again. Let's try killing these. Let's see how this goes. I'm assuming I kill this and it gives me a token. And once I acquire all 5 tokens, then I can get the Warden herbs and also get myself a tameable Warden. That's even worth taming. That being said, I flew out to the Pelagornis Bay once again and summoned in the Warden Trike. 2.1 billion! So I definitely cannot fight this head on. Luckily, I was on top of a hill, so I could just deploy my aloe and spit some bars at the trike below. I mean, it's doing great damage, it just has 2.1 billion health. I mean, it's working. This is just gonna take forever. There's a Warden Wyvern, how are you supposed to kill that? So, as you guys can imagine, I had a lot of fun standing still and pressing the same button over and over again until the end of the day. Finally, man. Yeah, so it does spawn a tameable one. I did want to tame the trike too, so I knocked it out from the safety of this rock before flying back to the raft to grab the kibble. This thing looks so cool. Spectral Warden, what? So it gets even stronger? Unfortunately though, I couldn't use the Warden Trike just yet because I don't have Warden Hide for its saddle, meaning it's just gonna stay in a dino ball for now. Looking at the other Warden summoners though, I wanted to kill the Rex next, but I needed a little bit more nuclear hide to actually craft the summoner. So of course, I'm going out to get that. Now let's do the Rex. These things just take so long. I mean, they're fine. They're easy to kill. They just take so long. The Rex had a little bit less health at 1.5 billion, but actually killing it still took a solid few minutes of just standing still and spitting with the aloe. Dang. Dude, these things take like an absurd amount of... No! I forgot a tameable one spawns. I really did not want to lose my aloe here, so I quickly flew with just a dino ball and my griffin. Then when I got back, the aloe was getting absolutely shredded by the Rex, but I whistled it out of there just in time to save it. Yes! I then threw the aloe back out on top of the rock and killed the tameable Rex. I then got my stuff back as well as a solid amount of Warden hide from its corpse. Back at the crib, I crafted the Warden Trike saddle and threw the Trike out to take it on a test drive. Okay, whoa, those explosions are insane. What? That's so cool. Oh, it sends stuff flying too. 2 million damage, some slight. Who are you? Why are you tweaking? Why are you constantly pooping? Are you alright? I'm just gonna put you out of your wild male necrotic bulldog. It doesn't even have a level. And it didn't really have a health stat either, since it literally didn't take any damage from my attacks. I did just update the mod because I realized I haven't updated it since I've started playing. So there was probably some bugs and glitches fixed, but it seemed to have introduced more rather than fixed them. Anyways, I found a Grenadier Dodo boss, and I absolutely melted through it with the spikes that I could spam from this thing. Oh, what? What are these? Cores? Not really sure what those are used for though, so I kind of just ignored them for now and continued on about my day. I went through wiping out a whole tribe of NPCs and leveling up the melee on the trike. So I'm assuming I'm gonna use these for the other bosses. But the thing is, these explosions like land on the floor. I should summon them in caves. Yeah, that's what I should do, so they're like trapped in with me. Back at the raft, I restocked on health potions, and I crafted the third warden boss summoner, being the gorilla. Oh, what the? Who's this? 76 billion health. That's insane. I should not have updated the mod. Yeah, not really sure what I would do about that, but for now I just continued killing the regular warden bosses. Now this trike was doing a ton more damage per second, but I also had to get closer to the boss to the point where it could actually hit me as well. Oh, is he getting up here? How is he getting up here? It started chasing me around for a bit before getting stuck on literally nothing, so I could just run up to it and drop a bunch of spikes on it to kill it. He's dead. Fortunately, the tameable version of the gorilla actually survived, so I can tame this one. Surely the spectral warden trike doesn't get that close to my base, right? Yo, that's kind of close. We might have to we gotta relocate. Seeing the trike committing war crimes on the beach just a hair away from my rafts was all the convincing I needed to start packing up my dinos and moving out of Viking Bay. He was actually just decimating everything. Man, we've been in the Viking Bay for a minute. Yeah, we can't stay here. I just sailed out to the middle of nowhere in the open sea and brought the second raft over as well before going back to tame that warden gorilla. Hello. Once it was asleep, I could smack up the other body for a ton of hide, which is what I would need for the saddle. It's out of food already. You can upgrade it to a spectral warden as well. Fortunately, I could actually hop on this thing without a saddle, so I could take it out on a little test drive. It's very quick. Oh, it can jump. The default smack attack was pretty solid already, but then I found out that it had a fire breath attack as well. And then the rock throwing attack actually shoots out all the white spikes of death. Okay, gotcha. So this might be better than the trike. It was also really mobile thanks to the jump ability and the sheer speed that it had, except when it came to swimming. I actually had to cryo it and get out of the water myself since it was swimming at an incredibly slow pace. Anywho, when I got back home, I made the saddle for it before crafting the manticore and wyvern warden summoners. I then fed the gorilla a bunch of XP potions and pumped all the points into melee damage, and then finally headed out to try and cheese these flying bosses. Let's go over to the triple waterfall cave. Because that cave's, it's not big, but it's not small. And that's kind of what I want. So the dinos will be able to fit, but the bosses that I'm fighting can't get away. I flew inside and threw out the gorilla before summoning the manticore first. Unfortunately though, it appeared up in the ceiling, and I couldn't get my rocks to hit it, but it could hit me. Boys, we messed up. Not gonna lie, I screwed up here. And when getting off the gorilla to try and cryo it, I got insta-killed, so I had to be quick about getting back. Luckily, when I returned, the gorilla was fine, so I cryoed it and used some dark magic to get my stuff back since my body was under the mesh as always. While flying back home on day 70, I got the bright idea of trying to do the same strategy again, except inside the Viking Bay cave. So with a new summoner made, I headed over to test out my hypothesis by making sure to summon the manticore in at the bottom of the cave while I stood on top. Oh, I put it in the ceiling to get... No! I gotta stop doing stuff in caves, bro. It's not even dying, bro. What was dying was my frame rate, and I was also stuck inside the manticore, so there was nothing I could do but fight until either of us died. Luckily for me though, I managed to find an angle where my rock started hitting it properly, so I would actually be able to kill it in time. Oh, it's dead. Oh, but it's gonna spawn a tameable one. We're just gonna have to kill that, like, immediately. Alright, that did not go how I wanted it to at all. Speaking of, I hopped off my gorilla and for some reason I faced the respawn menu approximately 3 seconds later. My own gorilla just killed me. What? Yeah, not really sure what just happened there, but I quickly flew back on a PT to retrieve my stuff and smack up the corpses. Okay, well now what do I do about the wyvern? Because I still gotta kill that. Alright, now hear me out on this guy. The plan for the wyvern would be to spawn in another cave. There's this like open cave up here. I could spawn it out here, and then surely I can get the gorilla in here. Since I spawned the wyvern outside, it didn't get stuck anywhere, but I did have to fight it head on. But that's a battle my gorilla can actually take, but my PC on the other hand, oh, but my frames aren't winning, that's for sure. There's no way this doesn't crash my game. There's no way. The wyvern actually got folded surprisingly quick, and my PC did not crash. Okay, that's all the wardens dead. With all the tokens crafted, I could finally craft the Supreme Warden Summoner. For this one, I just flew back out to the Pelagornis Bay, and I spawned it in to see what I was even dealing with. Oh, it's only 1.7 billion health, but Supreme Warden Titan. That's insane. I did struggle with getting my rocks to hit it properly due to the fact that it was hugging the wall down below me, so I had to get a bit closer to actually fight it. Just try and get a little closer without getting too close. Oh, he's coming up here. Oh, why is the pathfinding good in this game? Dude, why is the pathfinding actually solid in this game? I was dealing a ton of damage to it since it followed me right into all the spikes I was throwing down at it. But I also had to be careful not to get hit myself. Ow. 12 million damage. Wow. That's absurd. A little overkill, don't we think? I hope he spawns a tameable version. I need to tame him. Anyways, I basically just ran in circles around it for the entirety of the fight, since this guy was really good at avoiding getting cheesed. Unfortunately, a tameable version of it didn't spawn in, but I did get the Warden Factory, which is what I needed to progress the tiers. So when I returned to my raft, I placed the third obelisk next to the greenhouse and fired up the Warden herb production. Looking at the kibble recipes, I could actually skip the Hellfire tier and move straight to Dark God. I only needed Dark God honey to make the kibble, and I already had the beast, so I threw that out before heading out to try and take down a wild Dark God rock column for the blood. Oh, looks like I might be able to stand above this one. 1.8 billion torpor is wicked. Anywho, I deployed the gorilla and chucked a few rocks down at it before getting hit back myself. Oh, yeah, he does wicked damage, And he's got crazy explosion range, what? Not that it really mattered, as it was just a matter of time before it collapsed from the endless spikes I was chucking at it. Yes. Okay though, this is good. We were able to kill our first Dark God, and admittedly, it wasn't easy, but we got the job done. When I returned, I cooked up some Dark God rare flowers and turned that into honey and threw my snails back out to produce slime balls so I could make the Dark God kibble. Finally do 10 Dark God kibble. One thing I would definitely need to do was to make Hellfire Tranks, as these Dark Gods had insane torpor pools. Yeah, okay, we need to make Hellfire bullets, so we need a lot of Hellfire blood. Time to go hunting. Back at the crib on day 73, I had a quick chat with my AI friend before making the most amount of Hellfire ingots and narcotics that I could with the blood that I had. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of Hellfire bullets. Okay. Question is just how much torpor do these actually do? There was really only one way to find out, so I marked a Dark God rock elemental on the map and headed out to knock it out. 60 million per shot? Yeah, that's pretty solid. I think we'll be alright. Second Ascended sleep? Dude, 84,500 hours? Hold up. Wait, right? 84,800 hours.
3,500 days.
What, that's like a little over 9 years, bro? Fortunately for this golem, I wouldn't leave it here asleep for those 9 years. Instead, I gave it a taming cake and the kibble. No! Okay, it's not really losing any taming effectiveness. Oh, I was about to be so mad, bro. It's like no way my tame's getting ruined by piranhas. The golem then proceeded to hit the piranhas with a light 23 million damage per smack. So I quickly flew back to base to see if I could make a saddle for it. Oh, need more hide, then I can make the ingots. So I need to kill another Dark God. On day 74, I brought the golem out and saddled it up so I could take it for a test drive before putting a bunch of levels into it. 25 million damage on that smack. Okay, what other attacks do I have? That's throwing a rock and then dropping death. It's dropping death on it is what's happening. Dropping death on everything is what's happening. Y'all remember those necrotic the little dudes? Remember those, how they were kind of dusting me? Let's go find them now. Yeah, bro, like, don't even stand a chance. Oh, y'all, I can't hit you guys. Oh no. Oh no, I can't hit you. Oh, well, they hit my frames. I think I hit my own frames. That's for sure. Since these guys dropped like flies, I marked some prime tribesmen next and pulled up to talk business. Whoa, this is some armor. So, okay, there are very few things that are stronger than me now. So let's go back to base and we'll just see what we need to get to, or what we need to do to get the Juggernaut boss and defeat him and then defeat the mod. Well, when you defeat the Juggernaut, you defeat the mod pretty much. he is the final boss. See, there's a corrupted dark god. That's like probably the one thing besides the Juggernaut that's stronger than me. Okay, so let's go into the bosses tab here. And then tier 13, obviously the Juggernaut. Oh, wow. You have to kill 6 spectral wardens. Dark God King. So is a Dark God King something I should... Can I tame it? I threw both the Dark God Golem and my Warden Gorilla out to see the requirements for evolving either of them. And it looked like evolving the Golem would actually be easier. I just needed some Dark God Hide, a corrupted Dark God Golem soul, and the Dark God King token. So I first had to go out and kill another Dark God Golem for its blood and hide, and then craft the Dark God King summoner. Dark God King. Alright, let's go see what this is all about. And then we'll leave the Gorilla here just in case. What is that? Oh, it's a monkey. 320 billion health. Actually, 320 billion? The spectral trike has like a fifth of that. I mean, it's working, but like, this is gonna take forever. Like, I'm actually tickling this guy to death. Dude, and there's like a ton of other bosses that I have to kill that are stronger than this, supposedly. Yeah, I gotta get the evolution for this, if I even want to stand a chance. As I expected, this fight took forever, and when I say forever, I literally meant I just stood there throwing death and destruction at the boss all the way into and throughout day 76. Finally, man. Oh, wow. That took so long. Dude, like that was absurd. That was 30 minutes of just pressing my mouse button, and I've got heat stroke from it being so hot. Well, at least I'm getting a lot of Dark God blood and hide. And of course, the token itself that I would need to evolve my own golem with. So now... Oh, if I just go kill the corrupted Dark God Golem. Wait, is that a thing? Is that on the map? Yes. Then I can evolve this guy. So of course I headed right over to fight that next. Luckily, this thing only had 4.2 billion health, so it died much quicker. Bang. Okay, so now I think I can evolve it. Oh, bang. Oh, what? I need to make a saddle for it? Oh, its stats got reset, but whoa, look at those. Unfortunately, I had to craft a new saddle since the old one got consumed, so I once again needed more Dark God hide. I wonder if the corrupted rock golem's body is there. I wonder if I can harvest that for the hide that I need. Yeah, the body's right there. Yes, dude, yes. With my evolved rock golem of death and destruction now saddled up, I stuffed a few XP potions into it. I then dumped all the points into melee and headed out to test out its combat capabilities on a regular Dark God golem. Okay, so first, how much damage are we doing on just a normal hit? 300 million. Oh, we're in the big leagues now. We are in the big leagues. Okay, this might be stupid, but I really want to try and go kill that, what is that, that warden, extended warden trike? It was pretty close here in the Viking base, so I jumped down and ran up on it to see if I could pack it up. Oh, it nearly just decimated me. No, 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 no. I quickly made my way into the safety of the ocean, where I cryoed the rock golem to lose the attention of the trike. Okay, we did like no damage to it. So you definitely still have to cheese things, bro. You can't fight things head on, unfortunately. Either way though, we're gonna kill this thing. I don't think it'll be able to find its way up here. Okay, this is definitely killing it quicker, I think. Oh, my eyes, bro. My eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna spare y'all from whatever it is that I had to look at and just cut to the trike getting folded. Well, that's it dead. Spectral Warden hide. Huh. I didn't get a token for killing that thing, so I had to go back home and give the Supreme Bench a closer look again. So these are the corrupted Dark God bosses. These are what I have to kill next. And then the Dark God Emperor and the Spectral Wardens. I crafted all 3 of the summoners and headed out to kill them one by one. Watch this have like 1 trillion health, bro. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Oh, what? That was pretty easy. So like, what was the point of this? It didn't even drop anything that I needed. Okay, hold up. Let's go back and look in the Supreme Smithy real quick. You just need Dark God hide, and then you can make the final thing. So I just have to kill the Spectral Wardens, and then I can fight the final boss. But why did I not get a token from that trike? Does it just not happen to naturally occurring ones? Well, I mean, I guess I can craft all of them. I don't even want to imagine what fighting the wyvern and stuff's like. Cause I can't out-heal these, bro. I would probably have to evolve my warden gorilla and just pray that it would be much stronger so I could take on the wyvern. but that was a future problem for a very near future me. I first wanted to fight the Spectral Warden Gorilla, so I flew out to summon that in and do the usual cheesing. Oh my, okay, only 73 billion, but look at it. That thing looks insane. So y'all know the process by now. Don't even pretend like you, oh, it already sees me. Is it gonna be able to hit me? Oh no, just like that. I just got Thanos snapped out of existence, bro. That thing probably just did 5 billion damage in about 3 seconds. I didn't even have time to get into my inventory to pop a health potion. I flew back on the Griffin and snuck over to my corpse to grab everything. Unfortunately, I had my work cut out for me though, as I had to go out and get another Dark God Golem. So on day 79, I headed out to do just that. I also could not be asked to kill that Dark God King with the 320 billion health again for the evolution, so this is just gonna have to suffice. I put a bunch of points into melee before heading back to the Pelagornis Bay to try and kill the gorilla again, but this time from a safe distance away. This cliff's a little taller. I flew down, shot the big yellow monkey, and returned to my golem just to see certain doom come for me yet again. No! How are you supposed to kill this thing? Dude, like, I'm so far above it. Okay. So I had to take a break after a lot of defeat, I guess I should say. I got in contact with the mod creator and he said the Spectral Wardens are really strong, and he's saying maybe try and tame the trike, or a warden trike, and then evolve it to a spectral trike, which is good because I do have this saddle and I was able to kill a spectral warden trike. I just didn't get a token or anything. So let's tame one more dark god. We'll kill the spectral trike. Oh no, we need to kill a normal warden trike too, and then we'll evolve it. You guys will just see. I first went out to tame yet another dark god golem. I then leveled that up with a bunch of XP potions and crafted the warden trike summoner and headed out to kill it. Is there not a tameable one? Wait, don't I have my trike? Oh, I have the warden trike, I'm an idiot. Alright, I want to evolve this into the spectral warden. Alright, so let's kill the spectral warden trike now. Alright, this is taking too long. I swapped over to my warden trike hoping this would make it die quicker, but it was in fact not stronger than the golem. So I threw the golem back out and just sat there and endured the endless clicking and explosions. The process took the entirety of day 82 and well into day 83, but I still did not get a token for killing it. Finally. Bro, why is it not, they're not dropping tokens. Okay, so the spectral trike is supposed to drop a soul, dude, but it's just not. So I'm gonna take it upon myself. There's a guide out now with a bunch of spawn codes, so I'm gonna spawn the soul in for myself. I really wish I didn't have to do this, but it's fine. The mod's new. I don't think it's working how it's supposed to be working. So anyway, we have the soul now, so we just need the corrupted Dark God Emperor token, and then these hides, obviously. Anyhow, to make the Dark God Emperor summon, I needed to get a few more of those cores that were newly added, so I went out to kill a corrupted Dark God Rex. On day 84, I crafted the corrupted Dark God Emperor Summoner, and I spawned it in Viking Bay. I am going to be here until the dawn of time. This is literally going to take days. As long as it doesn't hits me, it's doable. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a few years. And it in fact did take multiple days. I had to sit through days 85, 86, 87, and 88 just clicking a single button until this thing finally collapsed on day 89. Finally, dude. What, that took like 5 days, bro. That was absurd. So I think this now means I can upgrade my trike. I grabbed the trike soul with the hide that I needed and threw them all into my trike to finally evolve it into a spectral warden. Please be strong. I need you to be strong. This thing looks insane. I put the Ascendant saddle that I had on it, and I put a few XP potions down its throat as well. And then of course I put all the points into melee damage. Let's go test it out. Bro, this thing's insane. Okay, I better be able to kill this gorilla now. So it's worth mentioning that what I have a little over 7 billion health. My Dark God Golem had a similar amount, but I got wiped. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shoot at it and then run away. And then we're just gonna do that over and over. So like, look how it just, the radius is insane. I'm literally just gonna shoot at it and run away on this ramp. Eventually, I found a spot I could hit the gorilla with my attacks, and it didn't fight back for some reason, so I could actually melt it. So I can just spam it. Oh, yes, dude. Yes, this is what I needed. This is what I needed. This is the comeback, bro. Bang. Okay, and I think I'm just too far from them, so I've just got to spawn in the souls, unfortunately. So after flying back home, I pulled the spectral soul out of thin air and looked into the other requirements. Oh wait, I need the token, not the soul. Am I supposed to get both? In the core? See, like, it just doesn't get to you. You're not close enough. There we go. All right, we need to kill these other ones now. I grabbed the Rex Summoner next, and I made my way back out to the Pelagornis Bay to commence the fight. This fight was surprisingly much easier, as I could land more of my explosions on the Rex and absolutely eat through its health bar. Alright, so I need to make another Trike Spectral Warden, just because I used the token to evolve mine. Spectral Dino Core. What? Where do I get that? The answer for that question is of course the greater powers. I'm pretty certain you're supposed to get those for actually killing the Spectral Wardens. Anyways, I grabbed the Trike Summoner again and made quick work of it. Yeah, see, there we go. I was close enough that time to get everything I needed. These first 3 Spectral Wardens were the easy ones though, as I now had to move on to a literal kaiju with the Wyvern and the Manticore. What's the kaiju going to be? Oh, it's the like King Titan looking guy. Okay. It didn't actually have a crazy amount of health considering the other Spectral Wardens and the fact that this was a Titan, so it folded rather quickly. Bang, dead. Alright, well, we're gonna have to summon these guys in now. This is gonna be hard, bro. So, these obviously fly around, so I think I'm gonna summon it, start spamming wherever it's gonna spawn in at with explosives and hope I can kill it in time. That being said, I flew up to the plateau above Viking Bay and deployed the Trike to clear the area of any unnecessary spectators before summoning in the Wyvern first and immediately spamming the attack. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Oh, he's following me. Oh, it's actually working. Oh, that worked. That actually worked. No! Why did I die so far after? Man, I got one more to kill and then I can face the final boss, but I needed that Trike. Why did I die so Why? I flew back to grab my stuff, but I now had to figure out what dino to evolve since there was no way I could do these bosses without an evolved warden. Wait, I have a warden gorilla. I could evolve this guy and then kill the gorilla again. That did, however, mean I would have to kill the corrupted Dark God Emperor again. You know, the thing that has 500 billion health. And to make the summoner for that, I needed 2 more corrupted dino cores, so I had to go out and get those from wild corrupted dinos. So on day 92, I headed out to do that with my Dark God Golem. Back at the raft, I crafted the Emperor Summoner, which I was really looking forward to killing, as you guys can imagine. Oh, now we gotta kill this again. This is tough, man. Like, this is beating me down, bro. Okay, this one does have less health, but like, it still has over 400 billion. So the endless clicking could commence again, and this time, luckily, it only took about 3 days, but well into the morning of day 95. When I returned to the raft, I threw out my gorilla and evolved it to the Spectral tier, making it look very intimidating. Bang! Spectral Warden Gorilla, bro. After some quick XP potion leveling, I crafted the Spectral Saddle for it as well, and I went out to test it before fighting the last Spectral boss. Okay, let's go test this thing out, let's get familiar with it, and then we're gonna summon in this Manticore, try and kill it. The Griffin, or the Gorilla needs to stay alive, and then we can summon in the Juggernaut, bro. If this Gorilla dies and we don't kill the Manticore, there will be a fresh new hole in the middle of my monitor. Let's just say it that way. On that note, I deployed the gorilla and went on a quick test drive around the Viking Bay to get used to its attack pattern before actually spawning in the Manticore. Let's just go for it, dude. Everything was going fine for about 3 seconds until the Manticore flew through my gorilla and made it stuck in midair for no reason. Move! I couldn't move! Why? Why couldn't I move? Like, why couldn't I move, dude? Or like, where even is it? I can't go through and evolve another Spectral, bro. It's just, that would be the end of me. I need to find some way to cheese it. Where can I trap the Manticore where I can hit it and it can't hit me? Bro, there's no way. There's a Dark God right here. This is the cave where I need to be. I want to try and get the Manticore stuck in here, and then see if I can't kill it. I've got an idea. I flew over to the canyons to a little spot that I found while I was playing PvP on Ark a few months ago. There was this sort of rat hole in the wall here where I could spawn in the Manticore and have it completely stuck in there. I think it's in there. I then threw out my golem to try and hit it from the outside, but that didn't work since it just flew up to the top of the rat hole, meaning I'm gonna have to try something else. Hold up. I think I can blow this up. It's working, it's working. This is gonna take forever, but it's gonna work. Oh, no way, dude. Since I was doing this on my rock golem, I wasn't doing a ton of DPS, but I was also completely safe from the Manticore, so it was only a matter of time before it folded. Bro, I did it. Yeah, I mean, that was very cheesy, bro, but I don't care. You guys have seen the pain I've gone through. All right, let's go back to base and make the Juggernaut, bro. Oh, what? No. Yeah, I needed a couple more corrupted dino cores and a spectral core, so I went out to kill a couple of corrupted dark gods, then a whole spectral warden trike, which once again took a solid minute to die. Oh. Final boss, bro. Juggernaut. And I don't really have any good strong dinos. I mean, my dark god rock column's solid, but not nearly as good as the spectral wardens. Okay, we have the Juggernaut final boss here, and it's day 99. Usually I would wait till, day 100 to start a boss fight, but you guys know by now how long these bosses actually take to kill. So, let's see if we can't make a few more Grenadier health potions, and then we're gonna go start this thing. Okay, I've got a few more Grenadier health potions. I figured we would take one last look at the base. Honestly, I'm just now realizing I never upgraded it. I've been playing this whole mod with a thatched base, but it doesn't look as bad as I originally thought it did, but it's not my proudest base. Oh, how long have I been out of gas? Okay, well, anyways, yes, this has been my Supreme base. It could have definitely been worse, but anyways, let's go try and take down this Juggernaut. I'm pretty determined to beat this thing, bro. We're gonna spawn it in, get a good look at it, and then be strategic on how we kill this. I'm praying it's not anything like the Spectral Wardens, and I'm also praying it does not have 1 trillion health. That would be quite unfortunate. Bro, this guy looks insane. 600 billion health. Well, considering this guy's just about as tall as this cliff I was planning on shooting down from, this might be an issue. Let's just give it a try. What bad could really happen? Oh, wow. Okay, it doesn't look like it has a huge blast range. Hold on. Let's just start raining hell on it, bro. And by hell, I mean absolutely insane damage numbers in Ark terms, but literally just a tickle of damage for the Juggernaut. No, okay, I think this is possible. It's just taking so long. Alright, this is very possible to kill, but this thing has 600 billion health. Let's go back to base and see if I have anything that will do more damage, or maybe I can upgrade my Dark Golem. I do have a Dark God Golem soul. I think it'll be worth to upgrade this thing. Dark God King token. Here's the Dark God King. Let's summon this in. This was, however, the boss that had 370 billion health, so it wasn't even worthwhile to actually do it. Instead, I just have to go straight for the Juggernaut. Yeah, we'll just spend the hours killing this guy. Okay, let's just get to it. As it turned into day 100, I only dealt about 2% of its health and damage, so I had quite the journey ahead of me. One that would take a few extra days to finish, but it was definitely working since the Juggernaut couldn't do a thing about it. And I'm way too determined to give up now, especially knowing that I can actually do this. So throughout the days 100, 101, 102, 103, and 104, I threw an unreal amount of rocks, death, and destruction at the boss, slowly chipping down its health to dust. Yes, bro. Boom! We did it. Oh, you can tame a tameable one? What? Juggernaut kibble. Oh, what? You can make a tameable one, but as far as I'm concerned, I've defeated the final boss. We actually did it, dude. Unlike in my Primal Chaos video, which we totally won't put the clip of on screen, we actually defeated this mod legitly. We actually did it. We have conquered and defeated Supreme. Now, this was definitely a crazy 100 days, and the Supreme mod is definitely still a work in progress, as you guys probably saw throughout this video. I did do an update or two that added new things while I was actively recording, kind of like these essences and dino cores, and there's new stuff coming as well. But yeah, Supreme's a super cool mod. I recommend you guys check it out. All my mods that I'm playing with in this video will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.